It's William Attire's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Bob Johnson Automotive Group, as we welcome you to the Rochester Community Sports Complex here in downtown Rochester. In this crossover game tonight, as the Canandaigua Academy from Class A taking on from Class AA, the Griffins of UPrep. Along with Mike Danger, my name is Gene Battaglia, and Mike, it is not a stretch to think that both of these teams will be competing for a sectional championship.
Let's start with Canandaigua, the reigning Section 5 Class A champions, and UPrep last year, who dominated through the course of the regular season just before falling short. They're a program that's emerging, still looking to prove that they belong here in Class AA and that they are the contender that everybody believes they are for a championship.
As we take a look at our players to watch tonight, as for the Canandaigua Academy, coming off a win over Spencerport, and one benefit for this team, they return their quarterback, Drew Williman.
Yeah, and we were just mentioning how Drew has sized up here as the junior is returning for his second season as a starting quarterback. He led Canandaigua, as we mentioned, to that sectional championship just last year for Canandaigua.
Now it's 6'1", 191. As far as UPrep, they're coming off a Week 1 win over Aquinas, and they have one of the best playmakers in Section 5 in Tyrell Simmons.
How good is he? He has offers from 6 Division I schools right now. Tyrell Simmons be making some plays for the Griffins tonight.
So we take a look at our Ide family of dealerships keys to the game.
We talk about that Canandaigua offense, setting up the play action, letting Williamy make some of those, take some of those shots deep downfield defensively. Want to limit those big plays. We talk about how athletic UPrep is, and they want to try and squelch some of those bigger plays that UPrep is known for. Offensively, for UPrep, they want a clean game, disciplined, no penalties, and defensively, alignment is everything. Making sure that they're aligned properly and making sure that they're limiting some of those big plays that Canandaigua is known for as well.
These are some of the best players in Section 5. We're happy to bring this to you tonight on William Attire's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Bob Johnson Automotive Group here on CW Rochester.
You work hard and safely on the job site. Unfortunately, accidents can still happen.
Injured in a construction accident? Call Celino. We get you paid.
Construction accident? Call Celino.
For over 30 years, Fonte Surgical has been helping people get the most out of life. And as we continue to grow, we welcome you to visit our new home medical equipment superstore. We have the largest...
There's thousands of reasons to buy your next vehicle from Vision Nissan. Over 3,000, in fact, because that's how much added value our exclusive Vision Care package gives you. No add-ons, just over $3,000 in added value. Right now is the perfect time to pre-order your new Nissan. We have 3 convenient locations to help you build the exact car your heart desires.
Follow your heart to Vision Nissan in Webster, Greece, and Canandaigua.
This Saturday, ACC football kicks off on the CW with a battle between the Big 12 and the ACC when the Bearcats of Cincinnati head to Pitt to take on a hungry Panthers D, looking to lay claim as one of the top teams in the conference.
Inside the 10, he'll score!
Let's go. Cincinnati Pitt.
Tonight from the Rochester Community Sports Complex here in downtown Rochester. Glad you're with us here. This is William Attire's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Bob Johnson Automotive Group. Canandaigua's head coach Jeff Welch, longtime head coach, leading this team to great success the last 4 years.
And starting the season with a 27-3 win over Spencerport in Week 1 last weekend, Gene.
And former Alfred player and building a great program here, Isaiah Young.
Talking to Isaiah Young during the week before this game, his role model, Mike Tomlin. You see like a little mini version of Mike Tomlin here at UPrep, and Isaiah Young doing a great job with his Griffins program.
Here's the Bill Grays kickoff. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Some Bill Grays, as it was indeed Canandaigua winning the... Actually, they lost the coin toss deferral. It's going to be the short kickoff, and looked like it was going to be a knee taken. Instead, it'll be returned out to about the 30-yard line. When you talk about Canandaigua football, it's always a benefit when you have a junior quarterback that already has a year under his belt in Drew Willoughby.
It's just a generational thing with Canandaigua. It's a family affair. You have brothers playing together, sons playing after dads played for Canandaigua, and you see Drew Willoughby's numbers from last week, that win over Spencerport, a 27-3 win over Spencerport last week. Willoughby a big part of that.
Yeah, we will get to the starting lineups here in just a little bit. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Chase Willoughby, the younger brother, is going to be at left guard, and here's going to be the handoff, and there's some positive yardage. Samuel Clark, the next man up here in this great lineage of running backs at Canandaigua, number 35, getting a gain of 6.
Yeah, and Dominic Lacey leading the way there is the tight end on the end.
As we take a look here at the William Attar starting lineup, as we mentioned, Clark, Dominic Lacey at tight end. That's going to be somebody they look at tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, big lead block on that last play.
It'll be 2nd down and 4. We'll get to the UPrep defenders here in just a second. As a man going into motion. Play action. There it is. Willoughby trying to buy some time, and he's going to find his man. Hit immediately, but that's going to be good enough for a 1st down. As getting the 1st down is going to be that tight end, Dominic Lacey. The 1st down brought to you by Kangaroo, Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo, where we hop to it. The UPrep defense taking a look. Tyrell Simmons, a great two-way player. Again, the starting lineups brought to you by William Attar. Hurt in a car. Call William Attar. 1st and 10 up to the 45. Canandaigua getting that 1st down, and they're going to go back to the ground game and bringing it into UPrep territory, and that pile moving, not going down. Look more like rugby there. Samuel Clark with the 1st down. But they're saying it's taken away, and it's going to be actually UPrep ball. We'll take a look at this at the end. Was it Simmons getting in there? Indeed, it will be Griffin ball.
Yeah, great example of play until you hear the whistle. We didn't see that ball squirt out. Had to have been really close to the end of that play. When you get that rugby scrub going down the field, you can see if that ball was stripped out late.
That is close.
Hard to tell from our vantage point when that ball actually came out, but it was UPrep with a recovery, and UPrep now with advantageous field position here.
Number 2, Tavion Bird, great two-way player. He's going to be at the quarterback position, takes the snap, and he will keep it himself. And he's not going to find much here as Daru, Chase Willoughby, and others on that defensive line as we take a look at Bird's numbers in that win over Aquinas.
Yeah, 8 of 15 for 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6'2", 175-pound junior for the Griffins behind center tonight. Expecting him to make some big plays with his feet, also with his arm.
Kansas City Chiefs fan, also a fan of Lamar Jackson. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And he'll have 4 receivers at his disposal, rolling to his right, and he pitch and trying to reverse his field, and it's not going to go for anything. There's going to be a loss on the play. William Attar's starting lineup. Hurt in a car, call William Attar. C.J. Robinson, the main running back. He just got the call there over from Aquinas as a sophomore.
Absolutely. It'll be a name that we are familiar with and a number that we're going to pay attention to tonight. They're number 3 in the backfield for UPrep.
Dallas Harris, captain on that offensive line. He is the center. This is 3rd and 10. So a good opportunity here for Canandaigua after that turnover. Can they get off the field? Bird out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. He's looking right. He's got time. The deep out. It's going to be caught. Trying to get to the marker. Leaning forward. It's going to be good enough for a UPrep 1st down. And that's Tyrell Simmons with the reception. Good enough for a Kangaroo 1st down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo, if we hop to it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good separation there at the end of that play from Simmons that led to the 1st down. And then you get a nice extension there at the end of the play as well to move the chains.
As we are in the 1st quarter, 1st drive here for UPrep. Again on the read option, trying to make some room, and nothing there. C.J. Robinson, and we're going to have our first flag of the game as we take a look.
54.
Esmir Favor, the right guard, getting called for the hold, and you would assume Canandaigua will back him up.
Repeat first down.
Let's take a look here at the. We'll take a look at the hold first.
Yeah. Can't really throw him down to the ground like that. Desmir Favor has the size, didn't really use the size to his advantage there, just kind of throwing players around. But Desmir Favor, 5'10", 305-pound senior guard for this Griffins offense.
The receivers are going to be stacked to the near side. Head coach Isaiah Young also calls the plays. That's going to be Joel's Russell. His first touch. Russell picking his way ahead. He's going to get back the penalty yardage, essentially, to bring them up about second down and long. We'll call it 2nd and 8. We take a look now at the Canandaigua defense. They run a 4-4-3. Daru Willamy on the inside. Tyler Calabrese and Dom Galacy are going to be your ends. Jaden Pierce, the one safety, patrolling everything on the back end, number 2.
Looked like UPrep struggled with their first few plays here in this drive, trying to run the ball. Great pursuit by Canandaigua early in this drive, and the offensive line struggling to maintain their blocks. But now, since they've gone to the passing game, getting some yards here for the Griffins.
Russell, that last time, that went for 14 on the 1st and 20. This will be positive yardage to bring up a 3rd and short. We'll call it 3rd down and 4. And what you would figure would be 4-down territory, the ball just over the 39-yard line.
Impressed with Canandaigua's defensive line up front so far. They've really kind of gotten the best of UPrep's offensive line here in the run game specifically. They've gotten good penetration, good pursuit, and limited some of these rushing plays for the Griffins so far.
Isaiah Moonshine, number 44. He is the fullback here as UPrep going a little more power. And here's the play action as the throw, and it's just going to be offline as Moonshine might have just been twisted up, turning in the wrong direction. This brings up 4th down.
Yeah, good play there by Jack Tannery, the linebacker. Breaking it up here with the deflection, getting his hand up and making that a hard play for Moonshine to make is now UPrep faced with 4th down.
And Isaiah Young will keep the offense out there. Everybody looking at the wristband. The tight end is Alex LeBoy, and he's looking at his wristband coming up to the near side. The official yet to count down the play clock. They will snap it. Here's 4th down. Throw, right side. The caught by Russell, and it depends on the spot. And the linesman for the near side is going to give it to him. Joel's Russell with the first down. That's good for another Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We have to.
Great awareness by Russell, knowing where that stick was, knowing how far he had to run this route, coming back, making the play, and that forward progress enough to extend the drive for the Griffins.
So UPrep able to overcome a 1st and 20 after the penalty. The drive still very alive. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 34. 4 men on the line of scrimmage, and Robinson getting the call. Robinson breaks an arm tackle. Robinson first down and more. Robinson inside the 15 and is inside the Ide family of dealerships red zone as he's going to be brought down by Lucas Del Forte. First down for UPrep.
Something that Canandaigua was going to have to watch out for here. A lot of broken tackles on this play. And a lot of attempted arm tackles. At the end of the play, you see number 15 here for Canandaigua, Mason Lloyd, trying to make the tackle, not able to bring him down until the very end there. Nice gain for the Griffins for first down.
Be 1st and 10 from the 11. This drive started after the takeaway, and it looks like a miscommunication as Bird was expecting Robinson to be on one side, so a busted play resulted in a loss of 3.
Yeah, listen, Robinson was with Aquinas last season and is, new to this UPrep team, so there might still be some bumps and bruises and some miscommunications. He's coming to the sideline to sit and think about it a little bit, and I'm sure Isaiah Young will coach him up and get him back out there. We heard from the captains of UPrep, Coach Young and the coaches for UPrep. If you don't have that dog in you, they will coach that dog in you, and those mistakes will be eliminated.
Jude York is the corner that has the responsibility of going against Tyrell Simmons, but that's a hard count by Bird, and I think he got Canandaigua to jump there.
Yeah, I think that's Chase Willamy who... I say it was 68, Chase Willamy that maybe jumped a little bit on that.
Here, repeat 2nd down.
We're nearing the midway point here of the first quarter, and this has been a very successful drive so far. As at the top of your screen, it'll be Simmons. Bird looking right, looking for Simmons, climbing the ladder, and he's got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, UPrep. Tyrell Simmons with a 9-yard reception. And that's good enough for an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown, the home improvement company that cares.
How much confidence does Tavion Bird have to throw this into what would look like double, maybe even triple coverage right over the extended arm of the linebacker, Jack Toonery of Canandaigua, and finding his guy in the end zone for the touchdown. Big play.
It's not like Canandaigua was out of position there. That was just a bullet by Bird firing that in there. Here's the extra point attempt. As the snap is a little low, it has the distance, it is up, and it is good. Here in the first quarter, UPrep striking first, leading 7-0 over Canandaigua. You're watching William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Bob Johnson Automotive Group, here on CW Rochester.
I have a question. When a home improvement contractor advertises a discount, how do you know if it's real when you don't even know what the actual price is yet? At American Custom, we've always offered our best price the first time. No fake discounts, no gimmicks. Contact American today.
By the time this Bills fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Bills watching. Better with Pepsi.
We're back here at the Rochester Community Sports Complex. Canandaigua and UPrep. Along with Mike Danger, my name is Gene Battaglia, and the third member of our team is Kevin Roche. We say good evening, Kevin.
Hey, good evening to you guys. Well, this is a repeat matchup for these two programs from a few years ago. They met in the Class A qualifier in the States in 2021, a game Canandaigua won late on a field goal, 16-14. Now, Canandaigua has had a very successful run, one of the most successful runs of any program in the area over the last 4 seasons. They've won 38 of their last 44 games and have won a school record 4 straight Section 5 championships. We talked with head coach Jeff Welch earlier this week. He said he's proud of what his program's accomplished so far this year, but he also said it's nice to be in the conversation with some of those 1980s Canandaigua championship teams. Oh, that makes it even that more special for the head coach and this program, guys.
That is something special. Bill Scharr, I remember. Evans Field down there, which is still used for youth activities. And we're excited to everybody watching in Canandaigua tonight. We're coming down for a game against East. That is on the schedule coming up later. And if you've never been to that stadium, it is one of the best atmospheres in Section 5.
It's a great atmosphere in Section 5. Just a real proud tradition with this program. And I mentioned it earlier. It's almost as if it gets passed down through the generations. It's a family affair with brothers playing with brothers and fathers coaching their sons as they enter into the program. Just a great program in Canandaigua.
As it'll be Russell to kick this one off. End over end kick. That's a live football. And it's going to be falling out on the far side by Galassi, who comes up. And it'll be Canandaigua. Now the first drive, a fumble ending that drive, as it was the running back, Clark, and it was right at the end of the play. Hard to see when that ball came out. Let's see how Canandaigua responds after turning that ball over.
Yeah, for what it's worth, Clark last week pacing the team on the ground 75 yards and a touchdown. He's going to want to have a short memory, erase that early fumble from his memory, and try to proceed here. Have a nice afternoon, nice evening here in the Rochester Community Sports Complex. Oh, movement.
And we're going to have movement. And
I got dead ball. False start. Repeat first down.
Move it back 5, so.
One thing I'm pretty sure Canandaigua doesn't want is to be in a hole offensively here with penalties like false start, mental errors you can avoid.
Clark, the running back once again, 1st and 15. As the Pew going into motion, and that is going to be to the left side and snuffed right out there as the play is going to be made by Desmere Favor, number 54.
We had a chance to talk to the UPrep captains earlier this week, Gene, and such a blast, talking to Isaiah Moonshine, the defensive ends, Tyrell Simmons. How many sacks you guys going to get in this game? Are you going to get 3? Are you going to get 4? They're challenging each other. I want 3. No, I'm going to get up to 4. We'll see what that pass rush looks like here if we see Willoughby drop back on a 2nd and long.
Yeah, we're going to call this 2nd down and 16. Offset eye in the backfield. Willoughby takes the snap. Willoughby's going to check down, set up a screen nicely. That's going to get back the penalty yardage and then some. So that's a good save play. That's one way to kind of beat the pressure there. It goes up to the 35 to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Good execution on the screen, perfect timing, and a big chunk play there that makes 2nd and long into 3rd and manageable for Canandaigua.
Jude York, number 5, coming off the field is Trey Camella, number 3. Sean Mulvaney will be the receiver to the near boundary. And the tight end, Dominic Lacey, is going to line up as the slot receiver here on 3rd down and 4. Willoughby, the junior quarterback, man going into motion, is York. Here's Willoughby under pressure once again. That's Simmons, and Simmons forcing that ball. That's not going to go as a sack, but what a play by Tyrell Simmons.
Physical play by Tyrell Simmons as well. I mean, he got up, tried to deflect that, ended up pushing Willoughby down there after he had gotten rid of the ball. And I was just talking about how Simmons and Moonshine were going to go after Willoughby as much as they can tonight. You see at the end, it looked like Simmons kind of like put his head down almost as if to kind of butt the head there. Ref right there, no call on that play. It was right in front of the referee.
What's impressive about that, and like, why aren't they double teaming him? They did double team him.
Yeah.
That was Clark coming over to try the chip block there. And on 4th down, here will be our first punt of the game. It's a nice high punt that Russell is going to try to return. Russell bringing it close to midfield. A good field position here for the Griffins to start drive number 2. We will take a short break. We are in the first. UPrep leading here. Glad you're with us here on Willie Matar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Bob Johnson Automotive Group on CW Rochester.
Over 30 years, Fonte.
Here's the AAA scoring summary. Triple Medicare, AAA. They've got you covered as UPrep leading here 7-0. A 9-yard touchdown pass going from Tavion Bird to Tyrell Simmons.
I know we're going to see a highlight of that here later on this evening, and that pass was beautiful. That catch was beautiful. It was a great connection between quarterback and wide receiver, with the quarterback knowing I'm going to throw it where my guy can get it, higher than anybody else on the field, and Tyrell Simmons getting up, snatching it down for our lone score of the game so far.
Robinson back in as the tailback, the lone man in the backfield alongside Tavion Bird. Bird wants to throw. He's going to throw right side, and that's a good open field tackle on the far side by Canandaigua. Mason Lloyd with the stick.
Got to give it up to UPrep's offensive line. Great pocket for Bird to throw from there. Really no pressure at all from that front 4 of the Canandaigua defensive line.
Tyrell Simmons, we have to keep an eye on where he is going to line up at all times, and he is going to be on the near boundary, guarded by Jude York. York giving him a little bit of a cushion. They're going back to the ground game as Robinson. Great first burst and nearly breaking it to the 2nd level. And this will bring up 3rd down and short. C.J. Robinson with about a gain of 5.
You get the sense that UPrep is just totally fine with managing the game and kind of running clock like they have so far in this first quarter, keeping Canandaigua's offense sidelined. Just, 4 yards here, 5 yards there. When you need to pass, you can pass. They're kind of having their way right now offensively against this Canandaigua defense.
All the players looking at their wristbands. Moonshine will be the fullback here on 3rd and short. 3rd down and 3. The snap, Bird. Rolling to his right. It's going to be caught good enough for the first down. That's Moonshine, who lowers his shoulder, gets down to the 30-yard line. The tackle made by the safety, Jaden Pierce, but that's not before another Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
Yeah, Isaiah Moonshine with the catch there, a little bobble. As you saw Bird kind of rolling out, but making the catch, gaining the extra yardage. Love his size. Love the lowering of the shoulder here. Boom. You're going to try and tackle me? Good luck.
Moonshine, after his time at UPrep, wants to study business and finance in college. First and 10 at the 31. Has the handoff going right back to the ground game, and that's one thing that Canandaigua can do. Tyler DeRue, number 78, in on the tackle.
Yeah, C.J. Robinson has yet to kind of get his rhythm going here so far. We had a miscommunication and a busted play earlier, and he's been limited as far as how many yards he's been able to gain with his opportunities.
No gain on the play. This is going to be first, make it 2nd and 10 now at the 31. Tavion Bird, it's going to be a swing pass trying to get ahead of steam for Robinson. Robinson hanging on for dear life on the far side. Canandaigua doing their film work on that one. Great job here by the Cherry and Gray.
Yeah, I think Canandaigua's defensive line heard us talking about him, as they've had great penetration here the last couple of plays and really have focused in on Robinson and limiting anything that he's been able to do in the run game or in the pass game.
Jack Tanuri shedding his block and getting off on that and hanging on for dear life before some help was on the way. That is a loss of 4. Again, probably 4-down territory with the ball at the 35. 2 tight ends. And movement before.
Yeah, I think you saw a little flinch.
False start. Repeat 3rd down.
This is one of the things that Coach Young talked to us about this week in preparation for this game, limiting the penalties, the self-inflicted wounds, the mistakes you make that put you in a negative down and distance, and that's where UPrep now finds themselves on 3rd down.
We get a timeout on the field facing a 3rd and long. UPrep will use their first timeout here, as we are coming to you from the Rochester Community Sports Complex here. Beautiful night here. And again, our good fortune of having beautiful weather nights continues here on Friday Night Rivals.
It's been fantastic. This venue, great for UPrep and for the community. A lot of us know it as the old Rhinos Stadium. But UPrep is calling it home. They had a great season here last year, obviously during the regular season, running the table. And, they look impressive so far tonight.
Yeah, the first thing you notice when you come back to this facility, it's clean. The parking lots are paved, and it's a nice field, too. They put this in, I want to say 2019, so certainly has some good use here ahead, this turf. And there was a soccer team, the Union, that was playing here over the summer, so that's why you see some of the soccer markings still on the field. This is going to be 3rd down and 19. Let's see if UPrep wants to get this in 2 or 1, as Bird, he's under pressure. He's going to roll ahead, and he's going to just do the smart thing and not put it up. And just a short gain on the play to bring up 4th down, as that's going to be number 25, Dominic Galassi, the end, with the tackle.
Yeah, Galassi staying with that play, shedding his block, and limiting the gain of Tavion Bird.
Not sure Bird felt that coming in from that side there, but 4th down, and talk about a pivotal play here. It looks like UPrep is going to go for it. So here's Canandaigua's opportunity. Whistle, and with that, I think we're going to get another timeout. Yeah, it's going to be called by Canandaigua. So we will keep it right here. Just 47 seconds remaining in the first quarter. If you're tuning in, it was a Bird to Simmons touchdown after a fumble recovery. UPrep driving the ball about 55 yards on that drive, and it's one of the best passes here we've seen in Section 5 this season.
Yeah, and this upcoming play here for UPrep, you're kind of in no man's land. You could certainly punt it, try to pin Canandaigua back deep, or you can go for it. In the worst case scenario is you're giving up the ball here, and not terrible field position, obviously too long for a field goal attempt here for UPrep, but Canandaigua getting it sorted and looking to gain possession back here on a turnover on downs.
Yeah, the Canandaigua cheerleaders coming on in.
great support from the Canandaigua community. And UPrep's community here support as well. The captains talked to us about how much it means for them to be able to come out and support here at the Rochester Sports Complex.
4th and 16. Simmons to the near side. Bird, the shoulder fake. He's going for everything. Russell, the intended receiver, and he cannot get back to the ball. And that's just great defense there by Trey Camilla, number 3, preventing that. And Canandaigua will take over on downs.
Yeah, I mean, if that was the intended spot for that pass, great job by Camilla in making sure that Russell wasn't able to get to his spot. Turnover on downs, and let's see if Canandaigua can capitalize.
You know, I do not have a problem with that whatsoever. Just try to air it out. Maybe you get a penalty.
Right.
But here's the opportunity as back to Drew Willoughby. So Canandaigua's 3rd drive this evening. First one ended on a turnover. Second one ended with a punt. And as once again, it'll be Clark in the backfield. Clark getting the call. And Clark getting tied up. That's Dallas Harris with the tackle after a gain of 3. That might bring us here to the quarter. And it looks like Canandaigua is going to go over to the sideline. Well, we expected a physical game here tonight. We've seen some hitting here tonight. No doubt about it, as Canandaigua is just going to let the seconds tick away.
We're in for a good one tonight. Back and forth. We see some jawing. It's been physical. You mentioned it. Good rivalry here for Friday Night Rival.
We head to the second on William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Bob Johnson Automotive Group on CW Rochester.
Find the Tag Zone and save big on your favorite Chevrolet models and used vehicles at all Bob Johnson stores. Whether you're looking for a stylish sedan, a versatile SUV, or a powerful truck, we have them all. Uncover your savings at Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Find your tag. Find your deal.
Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet.
It's a better place to buy a car.
We're in the final moments of the Burger Bowl, and Bill Grays is on the move again.
Gimme Bill Grays.
Bill Grays has possession on the 20-yard line. It looks like they want to get the ball to the cheeseburger. At over a quarter pound, he's the perfect choice.
B19, G38, hut, hike.
The ball is snapped, and it's a handoff to the cheeseburger. There's just no stopping him. He's in the end zone. Another touchdown. Bill Grays really has the world's greatest cheeseburger.
Sky-high prices got you down. Wagner Carpets and Floors has you covered. Newly reduced prices, and sales are happening now throughout the showroom. Invite one of the owners into your home today for a measurement and expert consultation. Installer owned and operated.
This Saturday, ACC football kicks off on the CW with a battle between the Big 12 and the ACC when the Bearcats of Cincinnati head to Pitt to take on a hungry Panthers D, looking to lay claim as one of the top teams in the conference.
Inside the 10, he'll score.
Let's go. Cincinnati Pitt.
Closed captioning for tonight's game brought to you by The Final Outlet. The Final Outlet, the best in fences, decks, railings, and porches. Good crowd here tonight at the downtown complex, the Rochester Community Sports Complex. Appreciate you watching here tonight on CW Rochester. UPrep with the 7-0 lead, as it will be Canandaigua looking at a 2nd and 7 to begin the second quarter. Willoughby is the quarterback, and he will go back to the ground game. And again, that pile moving, and you could tell UPrep, they want the football. That's how they got it last time, trying to rake it out of there. It's going to be up to Samuel Clark to wrap up with 2 arms. That's going to be good enough for the first down. Play good enough for a Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations, the Tracy Door Company.
Yeah, Samuel Clark, 75 yards and a touch for Canandaigua last week. in their 27-3 win over Spencerport. Big part of this offense, big part of the run game for this offense.
On the near boundary, but they're going to keep it on the ground as you would expect, and not much there. With the tackle is going to be number 54, Desmere Favor. As we send it downstairs with a special guest, here's Kevin Roche.
All right, guys, thanks so much. You know, the Rochester Community Sports Complex opened up back in 2006, and it's been home to many things, including Section 5 athletics and, of course, high school football. Joined here by Eric Rose, the Director of Community Athletics for the City of Rochester. How important, Eric, is the relationship with Section 5 and schools like UPrep for them to be able to use this facility and showcase their student athletes here?
Well, I think, you know, on a Friday night, what better place to be than the Rochester Community Sports Complex? I mean, we host games for Virtus High, Rochester Prep, Wilson High, and UPrep. So, I mean, it's a great opportunity for them to, you know, have host games at a facility as beautiful as this.
And we'll be back in a few weeks for a Wilson football game right here in this complex. But it's not just all about high school football. You host a lot of youth programs as well. Talk about that.
Absolutely. We host youth clinics for basketball, soccer, lacrosse, you name it, we do it here. And 99.9% of the offerings are free. So I think it's incredible, you know, to have, you know, access to a beautiful facility like this one, you know, for the community to share and enjoy. But most importantly, stay out of trouble.
Absolutely. And it's the anniversary today. 2 years ago on this day, you opened up the beautiful R Center just to the left of us here at this complex, an indoor facility that is certainly needed in the city of Rochester. It's the only one of its kind in this area. How valuable of an asset is that?
Well, we know how February looks in Rochester. So to have a space indoor that you can train year round is incredible. I think it's game changing, and, you know, we've seen anywhere from 4-year-olds to professional athletes utilizing our space.
Well, we appreciate your time here tonight. Thanks for having us here at the Rochester Sports Complex.
Anytime.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you, Kevin, as Drew Wilming, not a punt. He was running for his life on that third down play. It's going to be Joels Russell. Russell up to the 20 and along the near boundary, and it looks like he might have been taken down late, and there is the flag. That was an easy one to call, and the mistake there by number 6, Emmanuel Gullo.
Yeah, those are the kind of mistakes Canandaigua can't afford on a night tonight against UPrep, playing against a team like UPrep.
Mike Danger, what do you think of this UPrep pass rush so far?
I think they're impressive, Gene. I really do. I mean, you look across the line.
Face mask on the return. We'll have a first down.
So it wasn't a late hit. It was actually a face mask there on the way up. But, yeah, the UPrep defensive line all the way across the board. Seniors in Tyrell Simmons, Dallas Harris, Desmere Favor, Isaiah Moonshine, ranging in size from 5'9", 215 to Moonshine, who's to Dallas Harris, who's 6'2", 287. Good size. We're calling their names a lot tonight. Talk a lot about Tyrell Simmons and the plays he makes offensively. He's already made a couple of plays defensively for the Griffins as well.
Well, that punt by air, Russell got that at the 10. These are the hidden yards in any game. Instead of it being somewhere inside the 20, the ball now will be spotted at the 38 after the 15-yard penalty. Once again, the quarterback, Tavion Bird. And C.J. Robinson in the backfield. Bird takes the snap, and he will hand off, and Robinson keeping those legs moving, and that is impressive. Trey Camella making the tackle, but he was along for the ride there. That's going to go for a gain of 8.
Good push up front by the offensive line of UPrep. Talked about the defensive line of UPrep all being impressive, and you got a good push there from UPrep's offensive line. Again, more big guys up front. Lots of veteran leadership there. A handful of seniors, and you've got the juniors, Sean Harvey Stevens at left guard as well.
Tyrell Simmons on the near boundary. Jack Tanuri is going to be lined up in the near side. Instead, it's going to go to the opposite side where Russell will scoot into Canandaigua territory, and that's good enough for our Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company.
That's a play you don't see a ton of at Section 5 football. The little touch pass made famous by Patrick Mahomes, and fitting that you see that play from a quarterback in Tavion Bird, who fashions his game after Patrick Mahomes. Also, Lamar Jackson looks up to both of those players in the NFL and likes to players that carry themselves the way Tom Brady carried himself as a leader at quarterback for UPrep.
Tavion Bird, when his time is done, he's got a few years left. He wants to study business. As Bird, screen pass, and good contact right as the ball was coming. Tanuri, number 21, breaking the play up.
Yeah, it looked like that play didn't quite develop the way UPrep had drawn it up. As you're seeing, wide receiver trying to get after it there before Tanuri laid down the lumber. Kind of a late developing play there for UPrep.
It was the intended receiver there, Javon Johnson, number 6. This will be 2nd and 10 at the 43. Johnson will be lined up to the near side. We're always keeping an eye on Simmons. He's to the top of your screen. As now here will be the handoff. Back to the ground game. What a cut by Robinson. Another cut by Robinson, and he's got enough for the first down. C.J. Robinson with the Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company.
And by far the biggest play that we've seen out of Robinson tonight. You can see some of his skill and athleticism on display. The cut back there, back inside and then to the outside, making some players miss. Nice rush by Robinson. His biggest play of the night thus far.
How about Chase Willamy, the defensive tackle, getting downfield to make the stop. 1st and 10 at the 32. Back to the air we go is Bird going to the corner. He wants his man going up. It's going to be intercepted. Looked like it might have been held, but they're going to let it go. As here's the return on the near side, and the interception will stand, as that is going to be number 2, Jaden Pierce with the interception for Canandaigua.
Hey, great job by Matt Walters, defensive coordinator of Canandaigua Academy. I mean, this play really starts with the blitz from linebacker Lucas Del Forte up the middle, putting the pressure on Bird, forcing a throw that, let's face it, not as accurate as it needed to be. Good coverage downfield, just a good overall defensive play and execution by Canandaigua for the turnover. Looks like we have a flag late here.
Yeah, there is a flag on the far side. Is this
number 1? Got a personal foul here. We're going to have a first down.
All right, so that is going to be post-possession, 15 yards against Tyrell Simmons, number 1.
You see the deep ball. Had the distance, just thrown a little short of Simmons. Simmons may be taking exception. The end of the play there, you see it. Yep. Okay. A hit to the head.
Russell
looks like he was engaged and then coming in late there with a hit high. Tack on another 15.
Well, it's only a 7-0 game. Here is the opportunity as Willamy will hand it off in the play fake. That'll go ahead for about a gain of 5 as Canandaigua wanted to set up the play action. They did it on the first drive, finding Galassi. Let's see if they're going to set it up. But again, that whenever they're dropping back, there hasn't been much time for Drew Willamy.
Yeah, Galassi hauling in 4 for 62 in their 27-3 win over Spenceport last week for Canandaigua. And we've yet to really see him get involved so far tonight in the passing game.
Sean Olvaney and Jude York to the near side, but they're going to keep it on the ground going back to Clark. And Clark in that pile is going to move ahead into UPrep territory. A gain of 6 and a first down for Canandaigua. A Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company. So there was a completion on the first drive for Canandaigua, but since that point, Willamy has not had any success through the air. See if they keep it on the ground here, as it's going to be Samuel Clark. 2 tight ends here. Jack Clark, tight end going into motion. Play action, there it is, and there's going to be the first down. Finding his man, Galassi, almost on cue. An 11-yard gain and another Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company.
Good to see Willoughby, after taking a pretty significant hit the last time he was out on the field, completing that pass and looking no worse for the wear as they continue to advance down the field here. Another first down for Canandaigua. They got something going here, and they've done it both on the ground and in the air. So keeping the UPrep defense on their heels. Just take a look at the hit that Willoughby absorbed last time he had the ball. He got rid of it, and look, that's a lot of student athlete falling on top of you there. In number 44, Isaiah Moonshine.
Going back to the ground and trying to set up that ground game, Samuel Clark. UPrep got their 1 touchdown after the fumble recovery and converted that to points. And now Canandaigua, after their own takeaway here, trying to do the same here as they've moved it down to the UPrep 35, facing now a 2nd down and 8. And they're going to hurry it up just a little bit here. Mason Depew is going to be in the backfield. And here will be the handoff going to Clark. Clark has room. Clark has the first down, and he will get it down to about the 20-yard line. Good for a gain of 15, and another Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations, the Tracy Door Company.
This is one of the Kamari Miller, the sophomore, 5'11", 190 pounds linebacker. This is one he'd want to have back. You can see he kind of like pursues and just kind of dives at the running back, not able to bring him down, not able to get in his path, and another big gain on the ground for Canandaigua. They're moving.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to Mason Depew, the fullback on that play, making the block to spring his running back Clark free. 2 tight ends once again. Canandaigua down to the 20-yard line. The tight end Clark going to motion. Willoughby, he's got some room on the right side. If he wants to run, throws across his body. It's going to be caught by Clark inside the 5, and it's going to be 1st and goal for Canandaigua as we are inside the Ide family of dealerships red zone. Ide, we'd love to earn your business. Also good for a Tracy Door Company. The Tracy Door Company for 3 generations.
Nice job by the Canandaigua offensive line and maintaining their blocks. Willoughby making his way across the field and finding Clark, who crossed all the way across the field as well. Open receiver, great execution, and a 1st and goal for Canandaigua.
Depew will be the fullback here. Also, Tenuri is going to be lined up as a fullback. So Canandaigua going with power here. On 1st and goal from the 4. And here will be the handoff into the end zone. Is he in? You betcha. And Canandaigua gets the touchdown. That's Samuel Clark with the 4-yard score. Good enough for an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. American Custom Exteriors and Interiors, the home improvement company that cares.
We've got a ball game, and it's all set up off of the turnover. I mean, good teams know how to capitalize off of those mistakes made by their opponents. A turnover deep in their own end. You tack on a penalty, a couple of nice big plays, and a successful drive for Canandaigua, the first of the night. Get them on the board. And like I said, we've got ourselves a ball game here, Gino.
Jude York as Libertor with the hold. York putting it up, and it is good, and we are tied here in the 2nd. We take another look here at Canandaigua tying this one up. Power football. Helmet coming off. Tyler Calabrese, you're watching William Tire's Friday Night Rivals here in CW Rochester.
Over 30 years, Fonte Surgical.
Stay tuned for the Rochester Regional Health Halftime Report, your local leader in bone, joint, and muscle care. Rochester Regional Health Orthopedics. We'll also have this week's Triple O Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing Scholar Athletes. Triple O. Service so good, you're going to find a reason to call. We'll also have some interviews coming up with Kevin Roche, highlights, and more. That is the Rochester Regional Health Orthopedics Halftime Report coming your way.
Let's see how UPrep responds to this bit of adversity here. I mean, ugly play on the turnover, a little bit of a lack of discipline at the end of that play. Both teams haven't played mistake-free tonight, but maybe a little bit more evenly matched this first half than I thought it would be, based on how the game actually started.
Yep, funny how a turnover can change things. UPrep moving the ball, and
UPrep capitalizing on their turnover, and Canandaigua capitalizing on theirs as well.
Head coach Jeff Welch patrolling the sideline. His father for many years, a head coach at Ithaca. And it'll be the squib kick. See what UPrep decides to do, and they're just going to play it safe. And this drive will start at their own 24-yard line.
Smart by Canandaigua special teams. Limit the chance of a return. You know how athletic UPrep is. Any of these guys back there could bust one off for a big yard, or for a big game.
Looking at his wristband, Tavion Bird. Let's see how Bird responds after that turnover. Simmons will be one of the three receivers. He's closest to the line of scrimmage here on this 1st and 10. And it's a design keeper. Bird showing some great steps. There he goes. Bird, 40, 45, 50 into Canandaigua territory. What speed by Tavion Bird. Good enough for a Tracy Door Company first down. Maybe. Hold on. Here is a flag. And everybody walking back.
I've got holding.
The flag is on UPrep.
Holding here. Repeat first down. We're on the snap.
It's going to be on Desmere Favor, the 5'10", 305-pound senior. As you can see here, yeah, if you can't keep those hands inside, it makes it pretty easy for the ref to call hold. And that looked like a bear hug.
That's some impressive speed by Bird nonetheless.
I love the fake. I love the play fake there. I mean, he froze the entire defense with the fake pass, the pump fake.
Well, it's a spot foul, and they back it up the 10. So this is the odd 1st and 12 we have. And here will be the throw to the near boundary, and that'll be caught. Short gain on the play, or maybe more. Dancing his way ahead and gaining 3 extra yards will be Javon Johnson. Getting it up, they'll spot him out at the 29.
Mason Lloyd, the senior defensive back for Canandaigua, getting juked on that play.
Well, we'll have our player of the game by William Matar. Hurt in the car, call William Matar. We'll have that coming up here. And your guess is as good as mine here in this close matchup. 7-7 our score. Glad you're with us here tonight on Friday Night Rivals. Bird takes the snap, rolling to his left. Checking down, gets Russell dangerously into the air, and it'll go incomplete. As that is, whenever you see the ball kind of pop up into the air in that direction, well, we saw it last night in that opener between the Chiefs and the Lions, bringing up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, Lucas Del Forte on the play there to break it up defensively, and he was playing the man. If he was playing the ball, he might have actually ended up with an interception there, because that ball was being bobbled and was kind of up for grabs for a second there.
Opportunity for Canandaigua to force a 3 and out. This is big. 3rd down and 5. Robinson, the tailback. Bird throwing to Robinson. He's wide open. He's got the first down, but he's looking for more. Trying to get away. He breaks a tackle, and he's able to get it across the 35 and up to about the 37. A flag coming in way late from the back judge. Looked like it was just as the play was ending.
We got a blindside block on number 1.
Well, that will take away the first down, and another penalty going against Tyrell Simmons.
Blindside block here. Repeat 3rd down.
Which the thing about that, you had already picked up the first down at that point.
Correct. You could see that push right there at the end of the play. And again, right in front of the official.
Oh, it's the correct call. So the spot foul will negate the first down. This will be now 3rd down and 6. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bird out of the shotgun. Canandaigua showing blitz. They're going to send the extra man. Here it comes. Throw to the near side. And is it caught? It is. First down for UPrep. They pick it up. That's Joel's Russell. No, check that. That's number 6. Javon Johnson with the first down. Good enough for Tracy Door Company. First down. The Tracy Door Company for 3 generations.
Canandaigua again on defense. Matt Walters dialing up a little pressure, sending Mason Depew, the middle linebacker, number 32, on the blitz. The pressure wasn't enough. The execution and a first down for UPrep.
So UPrep overcoming mistakes, keeping the drive alive, getting tripped up, and somehow able to keep his balance and plow ahead is going to be Robinson. Our director, Eric Harpy, has this dialed up, this catch on the near side. That is a pro catch right there, right in front of the UPrep sideline.
Second down.
Robinson goes for 5. Now, the interesting thing for UPrep here, Mike Danger, is that, the clock is moving on here. You can kind of limit Canandaigua's possession time in a game like this.
It feels like that's been their strategy all evening.
Not letting get the ball back, and this carry will be by Kamari Miller. So Miller getting his first call of the evening, and that is going to be a loss of 1 on the play, and we have a UPrep player that's a little slow to get up.
My time.
And we'll have the official timeout on the field. This will bring up 3rd down and 7.
It's number 62, Dallas Harris, walking off the field under his own power. Like seeing that.
Our AAA scoring summary for the second quarter. Triple Medicare. AAA's got you covered. Canandaigua answering as we get the timeout also on the field after that injury by UPrep. So they will use their second timeout, looking at a 3rd down and 6. And we will take a quick break as well. It's William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group here on CW Rochester.
By the time this Bills fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Bills watching. Better with Pepsi.
After a serious injury crash, you need an investigation started immediately. As the largest law firm that focuses only on motor vehicle crashes, we can help. Hurt in a car? Call William Mattar, 444-4444.
Coming up, we got the Rochester Regional Health Halftime Report, your local leader in bone, joint, and muscle care, Rochester Regional Health Orthopedics. We'll have also this week's Triple O Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing Scholar Athletes. Triple O, service so good you're going to find a reason to call. Well, Kevin Roche will have some interviews. We'll have the highlights from this first half. That's all coming your way, the Rochester Regional Health Halftime Report. UPrep looking at a 3rd and 7. Well, we're just a little over 2 minutes remaining here before halftime. Bird sending his man into motion, Russell. The handoff and trying to bounce off one tackle is Miller, and then Miller is going to be brought down. Dom Galesi, number 25, with the tackle, and it looks like UPrep preparing here to punt. Like Danger, missed opportunity here for the Griffs.
Yeah, and credit to Canandaigua's defense, and they've dialed up some good defensive play calls at the right time. They've stayed tough, and they've matched the physicality of that UPrep offensive line so far tonight.
Zach Giselson is the defensive coordinator for the Canandaigua Academy. Smart play by UPrep. They are just letting time wind down here as Isaiah Moonshine is going to get an end-over-end kick, and Canandaigua is going to have to call fire, and this is going to pin him back. Wow, that is what you call flipping the field position, as here with 1:17 remaining.
There's Moonshine. Asked him straight up, how many sacks are you going to get a Willamette? Yeah, he said, I'm going to try for 3. Hope I can get 4. And without hesitating, Tyrell Simmons on the other side of the defensive line. I'm getting 4 when we talked to him earlier this week. Great group of kids and student athletes here for UPrep. And they to a man, everyone that we talked to, they're playing with a chip on their shoulder this season. Last season left a really bitter taste in their mouth, and they want to prove that it wasn't a fluke.
Well, the fact they came out and won convincingly against Aquinas, and that was a new beginning here for the Little Irish. And Maurice Jackson taking over that program. 1st and 10 at the 11. And let's see what Jeff Welch opts to do here if he just decides to play it safe in the shadow of his own end zone. And that'll be the case here as moving ahead will be number 35, Samuel Clark. Clark with the touchdown tonight for Canandaigua.
Yeah, Isaiah Young gave us the quote, his defense is controlled chaos, that they want to be aggressive but controlled and disciplined. And boy, they've had some moments where they've made some big plays, they've been physical, but they have made some mistakes defensively as well. There have been some penalties that have hurt them on both sides of the ball, both teams. So far from a mistake-free first half, but very competitive, very physical. Love that we have a game here as we approach halftime.
Willoughby letting the play clock wind down. This might be the last play of the half. Now, UPrep does have 1 timeout remaining. Should they want to force a 3rd down, they may just opt to go to the half, and that will be ahead to bring up 3rd down. The Griffs will not use their timeout, and likely we are headed to the half.
Clock takes another carry.
Physical game. Well-played game. And in this matchup, Canandaigua, the 4-time Class A champion, UPrep, coming off the undefeated regular season, 7-7 is our score as we have reached the half here tonight from downtown Rochester. Well, stay tuned. We've got the Rochester Regional Health halftime report coming your way as we send it downstairs to Kevin Roche.
All right, Gene, thank you so much. Here with Isaiah Young, the head coach of UPrep. Coach, some turnovers, turnover penalties, and some missed opportunities. What's your message to your guys at halftime? Because you're tied here 7-7.
I just stay the course. Drive killers, something I talked about, before the game. Penalties is what can hurt us. So stay the course. Continue on with what we're doing and just remain disciplined.
What has Canandaigua done that has maybe surprised you here tonight so far?
I guess, I'm not super surprised. I knew it was coming at some point by some teams, just how they're playing Tyrell Simmons. Thought it would come a little later in the year. Came week 2, so we're making adjustments to that and then see what happens in the second half.
Best of luck in the second half. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Gene?
Thank you, Kevin, and thanks to Coach Young for his time. 7-7 is our score. Tonight from downtown Rochester, it's William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Bob Johnson Automotive. Here on CW Rochester.
Local business is at the heart of every community, but lately you're seeing less local and a lot more corporate. But Ide Honda is still locally owned. So when you do business with us, not only are you supporting a local family-owned business, but you're also supporting the hundreds of charities, organizations, sports teams, and events that we're part of in your local community. So if you're in the market for a vehicle or service, please visit us at Ide Honda in Penfield. We're here, we're local, and we'd love to earn your business. For over 30...
Rayo's Homemade, delicious as sun-sweetened Italian tomatoes. It's slurpable, spoonable. It doesn't have to be perfect to be perfect. No one should have to wait for delicious. Although with delicious, we find things worth waiting for. Seconds? Fourths? Delicious doesn't judge. When you put only real ingredients in, only delicious comes out. So manja. Delicious is always better when shared. Rayo's Homemade. Make every day delicious.
This Saturday, ACC football kicks off on the CW with a battle between the Big 12 and the ACC when the Bearcats of Cincinnati head to Pitt to take on a hungry Panthers D, looking to lay claim as one of the top teams in the conference. Let's go. Cincinnati Pitt.
Halftime report. Time now to introduce you to this week's Triple O Scholar Athletes. Emerson Broomfield hails from Canandaigua. She excels as a varsity softball pitcher and as a member of the girls' tennis team. Emerson is achieving a 100 grade point average. Her activities include student government, yearbook, and she's an active volunteer in the local community. Quentin Nowden from UPrep competes in both football and basketball. In class, Quentin carries a 4.25 GPA. Quentin likes to volunteer at summer camps, and he wants to study nursing in college. The Scholar Athlete Program recognizes students who achieve both on and off the field. At the end of the season, one winner will be selected to receive a $5,000 scholarship to the school of their choice. We're grateful to Triple O Heating and Cooling for their generous support of the Scholar Athlete Program. We are tied at 7, UPrep and Canandaigua. Kevin Roche will join us next year on William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
By the time this Bills fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Bills watching. Better with Pepsi.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up. Say goodbye to that truck. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
Go to 13wham.com/chime-in and upload your community photos and videos for the chance to see them in an upcoming newscast. Locally sponsored by the Vinyl Outlet.
Enhance your property the virtually maintenance-free way with a fence from the Vinyl Outlet.
There's thousands of reasons to buy your next vehicle from Vision Hyundai. Over 3,000 in fact, because that's how much added value our exclusive Vision Care package gives you. No add-ons, just over $3,000 in added value, plus Hyundai Assurance and America's Best Warranty. Doubled. Even on our fully electric lineup, 2023 Motor Trend SUV of the Year and the 2023 World Car of the Year.
Follow your heart to Vision Hyundai.
We're in the final moments of the Burger Bowl, and Bill Grays is on the move again.
Gimme, Bill Grays!
Bill Grays has possession on the 20-yard line. It looks like they want to get the ball to the cheeseburger. At over a quarter pound, he's the perfect choice.
B19, G38, hut, hike.
The ball is snapped, and it's a handoff to the cheeseburger. There's just no stopping him. He's in the end zone. Another touchdown. Bill Grays really has the world's greatest cheeseburger.
7-7 is our score here. Canandaigua and UPrep from the downtown stadium as we send it downstairs to Kevin Rush.
All right, Gene, thanks so much. Here with Caroline Chapman, the Director of Athletics and Communications at Canandaigua Academy, taking over as the Director of Athletics this past March for Jim Simmons, who was there for 21 years. But a key thing to note here, you're the first female athletic director in the school district. What does that mean to you?
I have been blessed with taking over a program that has a lot of success in the past, from Jim or Mike Foster, who was a longtime coach before him. But as the first female, I just think, we've had a lot of great opportunities for our female athletes, and I think it's great for them to see a female role model and to have, women in leadership. But I think there's a lot of great success in our programs. I'm really looking forward to continuing that success.
Great success. But what's some of the challenges you've faced so far in the position? It's been a short time, but have there been any?
So I took over when we were still wearing masks to games, and it was during COVID. And then last December, our gym floor flooded. So we moved all our home basketball games to FLCC, who is a great partner in supporting us. And then, just everything, every different day as the athletic director presents new challenges, and figuring out how to deal with those is definitely part of the position. But it's a lot of fun to see the success of our student athletes, both in the classroom and on the field.
One thing that you're in the process of doing is changing your nickname, your long nickname that has been with the school. Many schools around New York State facing the similar thing that have Native American mascots. They're in the process of changing that. Where is Canandaigua in that process right now? How much will the community be involved? And what kind of timetable do you have for that?
Sure. So New York State Department of Ed came out with that regulation in December. And so we've been working very closely with the superintendent's office to kind of figure out how we were going to navigate this. We have had 3 community surveys already where we've narrowed down some choices for possible nicknames, or, looking at maybe just staying with Canandaigua for the time being, as it's, we have a strong tradition of being the Canandaigua Braves over 80 years. And so we have sought community input, and we really know that our community is more than being just the Braves. We have a lot of community support around our athletic teams. And so whether we're moving forward with a different nickname, I don't think that is going to, impact our success. But I think our community has rallied behind our athletes in many ways. Moving forward, we will have a new nickname probably in mid-fall. So we're going to have, our fall sports moving forward just as Canandaigua. And then we have another vote going out shortly in early October.
And quickly, one great thing that some of the schools do in our areas, and Canandaigua is no exception, you kicked off the school year in a special way for your senior class the other day.
Yeah, so the class of 2024 had a senior sunrise event. So at our stadium on campus, we always have great sunrises. So on Wednesday, our class advisors, Mary Ekdahl and Katie Gleason, hosted the senior sunrise. We had breakfast for the student athletes. We had speakers. The speakers were Coach Dave Neiman, who's on the football staff, along with one of our teachers' aides, Mary Santella, who did a great job kind of raising some ideas to the students about how to have a successful school year. So it was a great way to kick off their senior year. And then at the end of the year, we have the senior sunset event on campus so that they kind of close and have some closure together. And then we have commencement at CMAC on the FLCC campus.
Well, that is fantastic. Well, hey, best of luck to you this year, especially in the new position. And, of course, we'll see you in a few weeks for homecoming as we head down to Canandaigua for week 4 as you take on East. Thank you so much for your time here tonight, Caroline.
Thank you, and we're looking forward to a great second half.
All right, thanks so much. Well, here at halftime, 7-7 at the Rochester Community Sports Complex. Canandaigua and UPrep here on CW Rochester.
For the best value, Westridge Traders, home of the 4-month bond. We pay the most for your trade and offer new stock every day to purchase. We have the lowest fees, the longest terms, and pay you the most cash. That's why we're the largest in New York State.
Wrongful death after a motor vehicle crash, the words say it all, but do not begin to capture the anguish, the suffering, and the loss. It's hard not to be emotional during a time like that. But that's exactly the time when you need someone to be clear-headed, eyes open, and know exactly what has to be done to protect survivors and to get some justice. That someone will be me, William Mattar, when you call 444-4444.
Find the Tag Zone and save big on your favorite Chevrolet models and used vehicles at all Bob Johnson stores. Whether you're looking for a stylish sedan, a versatile SUV, or a powerful truck, we have them all. Uncover your savings at Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Find your tag. Find your deal.
Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet.
It's a better place to buy a car.
To win multiple NASCAR championships, you gotta have the best support, including my arch support specialist at the Good Feet store.
How's that back and knee pain doing?
It's all gone, and my balance is better.
See how we can help you too with a free fitting.
At the Good Feet store.
This Saturday, ACC football kicks off on the CW. with a battle between the Big 12 and the ACC. When the Bearcats of Cincinnati head to Pitt to take on a hungry Panthers D, looking to lay claim as one of the top teams in the conference.
Inside the 10, he'll score!
Let's go. Cincinnati Pitt.
Rochester Community Sports Complex as we take a look at Canandaigua, kind of talking things over here. Let's take a look at the first half highlights here. And physical game, you're going to see some hits here throughout this package, including this one. We still can't tell where the ball came out or who got the fumble recovery, but it's going to be C.J. Robinson setting up his team with a 1st and goal to go, and then maybe the throw of the night. Bird finding Simmons, 9 yards. What a strike.
Yeah, and the triple coverage, throwing it to where only his guy could get it. That's above everybody else. Big touchdown to get UPrep on the board.
7-7, but this is a turning point of the game. UPrep driving. Maybe they can go up by 2 scores. They cannot. Trying to find Simmons, and it'll be the safety Pierce with the interception. 15 yards attack on there, and Canandaigua is going to drive it the length of the field. And this is because of the great running by Samuel Clark. In part, that's what Canandaigua likes to do. And then that sets up the play action. And this is quite a throw by Willamy, finding his tight end Clark, setting up the 1st and goal to go for the Canandaigua Academy. And then let's finish it off to Clark. You want to talk about physical play? Yeah, look at that. Oh, boy. Calabrese getting his helmet ripped off at the end. Doesn't matter. Extra point up and good. And 7-7 is our score. First half stats pretty even. The turnovers there, I thought, pivotal for both teams.
Yeah, and the turnovers leading to points. I mean, we're at 7-7, and both teams capitalizing on each other's mistakes. The penalties are worth noting, and just a couple more penalties for UPrep there. You want to see if they can tighten that up here, clean it up in the second half.
Head coach Jeff Welch standing by with Kevin Roach.
All right, guys, here with Coach Welch. Coach, first half, the first possession, that drive, you turn the ball over with a fumble, they score, but then your team settles in. What was your impressions of that first half?
Very happy with our resilience. We had a couple opportunities where they maybe, could have run away with it, and the kids fought back, made some plays, and very happy with the effort in the first half.
If you point to 2 things, would you point to tackling and matching physicality as keys to that first half?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we tackled pretty well. They're very, very athletic, so you're not going to get them every time. But we got to have great team tackling, and I thought we did a pretty good job the first half.
Best of luck in the second half. Should be a good one. Thanks so much. Guys.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Thanks to head coach Jeff Welch. Cheerleaders are ready. Players getting ready. You don't go anywhere. We'll be back here in 2 minutes. Second half coming your way next year. It's William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
Rayo's homemade, delicious as sun-sweetened Italian tomatoes. It's slurpable, spoonable. It doesn't have to be perfect to be perfect. No one should have to wait for delicious. Although with delicious, we find things worth waiting for. Seconds, fourths, delicious doesn't judge. When you put only real ingredients in, only delicious comes out. So manja. Delicious is always better when shared. Rayo's homemade. Make every day delicious.
Introducing the You Can't Lose Challenge at Matthews Auto. Visit Matthews Auto for a test drive, and we'll give you $500 worth of freebies and discounts, including a free year of our rewards program. And if you decide to buy any new or used vehicle, we'll give you an additional $500 off. You can't lose at Matthews Kia and Matthews Hyundai of Greece on West Ridge Road.
Go to 13wham.com/chime in and upload your community photos and videos for the chance to see them in an upcoming newscast. Locally sponsored by the Vinyl Outlet.
Enhance your property the virtually maintenance-free way with a fence from the Vinyl Outlet.
After a crash, call William Mattar. Motor vehicle accidents are what we do. Large settlements, large verdicts, largest motor vehicle accident firm in the state. 444-4444.
By the time this Bills fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Bills watching. Better with Pepsi.
When I go for a ride, no matter how perfect the momentum, the rotation, it all comes down to one thing. Tires you can trust.
Michelin. Motion for life.
A little bit of a breeze here as there you see Kodak Tower above us here at the downtown complex, now known as the Rochester Community Sports Complex. It's had a lot of different names over the years, Mike Danger, but as a Section 5 home now for 3 high schools, I think it serves a great purpose.
Absolutely. Great venue to showcase some of these great student athletes we have the privilege of watching tonight.
So it was UPrep winning the coin toss, and this is the benefit. They defer, and they're going to get it here as it's the Bill Gray's kickoff. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Some Bill Gray's. As that kick now will be caught at the 25. As it's going to be Clark making the tackle, but not before that gets nearly to midfield.
And he takes it up to the 47-yard line.
Across the 45, and it'll be up to about the 48-yard line. Not a clean first half for UPrep, certainly, and some of the penalties. Yeah, and that's Coach Jeff Welch not happy with the coverage on that.
You don't want to give UPrep any sort of advantage at all. And having them start near midfield for their first drive of the second half is one of those advantages. Nice return there to open up the second half. Giant hole, and I would imagine that's probably what Coach Welsh is frustrated about by his special teams unit.
Moonshine will be the fullback here, and he's going to lead the way here, but getting just barely into Canandaigua territory to what's going to be C.J. Robinson, the sophomore. Actually, on the forward progress, they're going to mark him down at about the 48. So we'll call that a gain of 4. Isaiah Young also doubles up as the offensive coordinator. His brother Damian Young is the defensive coordinator.
You can tell he has a system. All of his offensive players wearing their wristbands and checking it after the play comes in.
Robinson getting the call again, breaks a tackle, he's got the first down and more. C.J. Robinson to the 20, 15, is going to be brought down from behind. A touchdown saving tackle by Lucas Del Forte. Looking around, and I think this is going to be coming back. There's a flag down at the 25, and that's been a bugaboo tonight.
And the second flag as well. I have a feeling that one of the coaches for UPrep may have said something to an official that they didn't like. Tough break.
We got holding. Then we have a dead ball. Sideline warning on blue.
All right, so the sideline warning, you don't get penalized. The first one's just the warning. Now, next time that happens, you will. However, another first down. I believe that's the third first down tonight that's been negated by a hold. Eric Carpy, our director.
Here. We will have a first down.
Yeah, look, I mean, it may not look like much, but again, if you got your hands outside and you're grabbing shoulder pads, it makes it fairly easy for the ref to call hold on you. You want to keep them as inside as you can.
So, because it was so far downfield, that will still result in a first down. It's good enough for a Kangaroo first down. Is now here will be Bird lofting it ahead. He's got his tight end, and getting it down inside the 10 is going to be Alex LeBoy. What a time to set up the play action. Number 10 with a big reception all the way down to the 9.
Absolutely, and LeBoy doing a great job releasing and finding himself wide open in the middle of the field. Probably the easiest pass you're going to see Bird execute here tonight.
That is good enough for the first down, brought to you by Kangaroo. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, home at Kangaroo. We hop to it. We're also inside the Ide family of dealerships red zone. Ide, we'd love to earn your business. First and goal from the 9. Robinson to the end zone, touchdown. Touchdown, UPrep, C.J. Robinson. That's another American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
Well, after a slow start tonight, C.J. Robinson has really picked it up, getting his first points of the night with this score that puts UPrep on top. And you can see the pursuit from Canandaigua just not able to catch up to him. It was one of the things I was thinking about coming into the second half here, that, you want to get Robinson more involved. You want to get Simmons more involved offensively. Your most dynamic playmakers are out there, and they are mismatches for this Canandaigua defense. You saw it there on that play. You can't match that speed to the outside, and the pursuit just never got to him.
Drive going 52 yards, taking off the first minute 49 here of this second half. And this is a bad snap. And it is a live football, and Canandaigua will fall on it. Now it's going to be blown dead. So, as they say, file that one away. 13-7 is our score. Both touchdowns coming from 9 yards out. This one by C.J. Robinson. UPrep taking the lead back once again as we take another look here at William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Bob Johnson Automotive on CW Rochester.
Car crash? Call William Attar for the win.
In a car crash, back injuries are serious injuries.
Things like herniated discs can be life-altering and require long-term care.
And the insurance companies often deny the compensation you deserve.
Call William Attar.
If you had a car crash and suffered a back injury or a herniated disc, our team knows how to prove the extent of your injuries and fight for the compensation you deserve.
William Attar knows serious injuries.
Hurt in a car? Call William Attar.
Well, there is C.J. Robinson getting a breather there. He's going to be one of our candidates because at the conclusion of the game, we'll be selecting the William Attar player of the game. Hurt in a car? Call William Attar.
Head coach Isaiah Young talking to his offense on the bench right now. He also acts as the offensive coordinator, play caller for the Griffins. And after a little bit of adversity there with the penalty, a holding penalty on a big play by Robinson. Robinson getting it into the end zone. And UPrep regains the lead. Although keep that, the special teams matter, right?
Yeah.
Third phase of the game, you had a big return there that Canandaigua led up to open the second half. And then you see UPrep there with botched snap for the extra point.
So Russell to kick this one away. Nicolacy and York deep back. And Galacy will get it on one hop at the 18. He's trying to set up his blocking, but that's not going to go very far. And boy, UPrep fired up after that open field tackle. The kickoff brought to you by Bill Grays. Gimme some Bill Grays.
Yeah, Javion Sampson wasn't having any of it. He wasn't going to be worried about being blocked downfield. And while you had Galacy trying to find a hole or trying to make a way, no thank you.
That's the best position UPrep could hope for here. They're pinning Canandaigua at their own 19 to start. Olvania and York are the receivers to the near side. Just two receivers here as it's back to the ground game as you would expect. And there's Tyrell Simmons and others after only a gain of 2 by Samuel Clark.
UPrep playing a physical style here to open the second half. I'm not going to call it chippy, but let's just say that both of these teams are getting in each other's faces a little bit here after the plays as well.
Dallas Harris, remember he was shaken up earlier. He is out there at defensive tackle, helping on that play as well. 2nd down and 8. Here's the quick screen coming to the near side to York. York trying to get around the corner. York lowering his shoulder. He's going to be short of the marker by about a yard to bring up 3rd down.
Good job by Willoughby on that play, kind of taking what the defense is giving him. York was uncovered on the line of scrimmage, and Willoughby getting it in his hands as quickly as possible to get as much positive yardage as he can. Set up a 3rd and short for Canandaigua's offense.
The center is Anthony Vigneri. That offensive line, can they get the push here on 3rd down and 1? It's an I formation. It's also going to be a longer count. Galassi, the tight end, now will line up on the near side. Willamy showing some poise here. Claps his hands. Handoff going, and it is going to be short. Clark couldn't get to the line to bring up fourth down. It's decision time for Jeff Welch. And at the bottom of that pile, Dallas Harris taking his helmet off there. He's involved in a stop as Jeff Welch will send out his punting unit.
Isaiah Moonshine as well, getting in that play, plugging up the hole and preventing any sort of gain here to force the fourth down in the punt attempt here by Canandaigua.
Joels Russell to return. Second punt tonight here for Canandaigua. Bobbling that snap, but able to get it off. Russell, he's going to return it. 40, 50. Flag coming down on the near side. It's kind of odd. The official on the near boundary, way away from the play, putting the flag on the field. As our officials will talk this over.
A different kind of intensity on the UPrep sideline, wouldn't you say? The players, to a man, were telling us earlier this week that the coaches do a great job.
I've got 2 penalties. I've got running into a coach on the sideline, 15-yard penalty. I've got a hold on blue on the return.
Running into a coach.
I don't know that I've heard that one before. Well, back to the coaching staff of UPrep. The player said, look, if you come into this program and you don't have that dog in you, they will coach that dog into you. And you could see that intensity on the sideline tonight.
So waiting for the officials to mark this off. Down to 8:33 remaining here in quarter number 3. UPrep touchdowns tonight by Simmons and Robinson. 13-7 remains our score.
Line interference, which was a dead ball. And then we have a hold on the return. We have a first down.
Wow, that negates a nifty return by Joels Russell.
2 penalties resulting in a loss of 30 yards.
And if UPrep does not come out on top tonight, it's mistakes like these hidden yards are giving away here.
Well, it's what they were preaching going into halftime, right? We want to clean up these mistakes. We want to eliminate the penalties. We want to play discipline. But they want to also stay the course and do what they've done, dictate pace here offensively.
First and 10 to the 32, a design keeper by Bird, and he's not going to find much trying to get around the right side of that offensive line. As at the bottom of that pile, Tyler DeRue making the tackle, number 78.
Brings up second down.
Second down and 9 will be the down and distance. Long count by Bird. Bird handing it off to Robinson. Robinson getting around the corner. Robinson taking it into Canandaigua territory. C.J. Robinson, big gain, and that's good for a Lakeside Roofing first down. Kangaroo first down, Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
Nice job by Joels Russell there on the outside, holding his block, maintaining his block through the run to add a couple of extra yards. You kind of saw him after he let go of the block, putting his hands up, which is usually an indicator like, oh, I'm not holding. No, I'm not. That wasn't me.
Well, that's one thing about UPrep I've noticed. Like, they are not afraid to block. There's a bad snap and whistles, and there's actually a flag from the near side. It's going to be a false start, so the play won't count anyways. And again, there's been first and 15s, first and 20s.
Dead ball, false start, repeat first down.
False start against the Griffins for a loss of 5 yards. Repeat first down.
Desmere Favor is physical there. He's still out there, persevering. Alex LeBoy, the tight end, and others looking down at their wristband. Robinson is the single setback here on 1st and 15 as we're in the third quarter. Russell on the pitch. It's on the turf. That's a live ball. And UPrep will... Now, it is not a live ball. They're going to say an incomplete pass. That was a forward pass. Mike Danger, what did you see on that?
Yeah, that's that touch pass that we saw earlier tonight from UPrep. We talked about how Tavion Bird likes to fashion his game after Patrick Mahomes. They ran this play earlier tonight to level of success, and this time it essentially amounts to an incomplete pass when you're not able to complete it from that touch pass from Bird.
Opportunity for Canandaigua to get off the field. They have 4 down linemen as here's the run blitz. Can Robinson get to the second level? He cannot. He is driven out of bounds. The corner, Jude York, holding his ground. Only a gain of 4 to bring up 4th down and 10.
Robinson with another carry for a gain of 6.
I beg your pardon. They're saying 3rd down. I lost it down here. Danger. 3rd down and 11.
Still waiting to see if they're going to get Simmons involved in the passing game once again. I just think his athleticism, his height.
He's on the near ground, yes. It's going to be 3rd and 11. Throw to the far side and not able to get back to the ball. Now it's 4th down, and now head coach Isaiah Young will send out the punting unit in what may be a field position game from here on out. Physical play, 13-7, our score remains. So Galassi will be deep back here. His father also played at Canandaigua. That is certainly a common theme at Canandaigua, where you get second-generation players. Moonshine. Nice high one that everybody backing off, but that is going to take a Canandaigua bounce, and that will be down at the 21-yard line. And that's where the Canandaigua Academy will take over. As we step aside, we are nearing the midway point of the third. 13-7 our score. UPrep out in front on William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
Internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up. Say goodbye to that truck. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
Here's the AAA scoring summary for the third quarter. Triple Medicare, AAA, they got you covered. 7 points on the board for Canandaigua, 13 points on the board for UPrep. And the difference in this game, a 9-yard touchdown run by C.J. Robinson. Extra point was not able to be attempted on the snap, so it's a 6-point lead here for the Griffs.
Seen a pretty good level of intensity here by UPrep so far this second half. Let's see if it continues on the defensive side of the ball.
So Willoughby has not had much success in the air so far. Let's see what Canandaigua opts to do here. As keeping it on the ground, their offensive coordinator, Ben Rose. That'll be a gain of 1 on the play.
And we have a UPrep player down on the field.
Our timeout.
Yep, and looks to be one of those cramping issues. Uh-oh, that is Moonshine, who does a little bit of everything. Fullback, defensive end, and also certainly the fullback and the kicker.
Hope he's all right. Looks like he is. Got it stretched out. Coming to the sideline in his own power. He's been a vocal and emotional leader for this team. I remember from last year as a junior, this year once again as a senior. Isaiah Moonshine, really impressive, and somebody that you could tell the rest of this team feeds off of his energy. They're going to need him for the remainder of the second half here. Let's see how quickly he's able to return.
Wants to study business and finance when he gets to college. He'll be second down and 9 as Willamie. He'll have Clark as the tight end now, kind of coming over in motion to the near side. And Clark going on with a pattern of throw. It's going to be off of the hands. They had that beautifully designed Dominic Galassi, the intended receiver.
It's when you got to have, you don't have many opportunities where your wide receiver, in this case your tight end, is out and open as Galassi was. And from what I could tell, that pass was on the money.
Got to shake it off.
Those are the kind of mistakes that are going to make it harder for Canandaigua to claw back in.
Mason Lloyd, one of 3 receivers to the near side. It's third down and 9. And the pass is going to go to the far side, and that is going to be sniffed out. Coming up to make the tackle, Javion Sampson, number 17. Sampson with a great open field tackle, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, we mentioned at the start of that drive, UPrep's intensity feels like it's been ratcheted up a bit here in the second half, and defensively, they've been great at stopping Canandaigua so far in the second half. Offensively, Canandaigua can't get anything going, any kind of rhythm whatsoever.
Johnson to return. An opportunity for the Griffs here is, some pressure there, and they're going to call running into the kicker. That ball's on the turf on the far side. It's going to roll out of bounds. But here is the question.
5 yard, roughing in the pick. Boom.
All right, so just the 5-yard variety.
Yeah, Simmons kind of grazed him as he was coming in. Came close to the block there. Yeah, bumped him a little bit there.
Yeah, I think that's actually a break for UConn. That could have been certainly much worse. And one thing Steve Tasker always talks about when it comes to blocking a punt, you're not
First
going.
down.
You're not going for the punter per se. You're just trying to go to where you believe the ball is going to be.
Right.
These young men will learn.
Well, UPrep certainly plays a physical brand of football, and they're looking for contact. They're looking to hit somebody. They're making their presence felt.
How do you think both teams, these players, will feel when they wake up tomorrow morning?
Yeah, there's going to be some bumps and some bruises. Take a couple extra minutes to lay in bed, boys. Shake it off.
Tavion Bird. He is looking for the signal in. As coming out onto the field late is going to be Javion Sampson. They still have some time on the play clock. Now Sampson scooting over to the near side. Now the hand going up into the air. 1st and 10. And the handoff going to Robinson. Making a cut. Robinson pinballing around. And he will go ahead for a gain of 5. Down to the Canandaigua 45.
Nice job by the left side of the offensive line for UPrep there. You could see the counter play as Robinson springs it the other way for a nice little run.
Mason Depew with the tackle for Canandaigua. Again, it's been Jude York locked up with Simmons all night. He's getting that assignment once again. They're going to keep it on the ground, and why not when C.J. Robinson will get a gain of 10. That's going to be good enough for another Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting. The home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
Robinson having himself a nice second half, scoring the touchdown earlier, and heavily involved so far in the offensive game plan the second half here for UPrep.
Quentin Nowden, who was our scholar athlete, will come in.
Good to see Isaiah Moonshine back on the field as well.
Nowden, who, as we mentioned at half, wants to study nursing, as It is going to be a handoff. And only a gain of 1 on this play, but that's going to keep the clock moving.
And this is what UPrep looked like they wanted to do in the first half, right? They wanted to kind of control the clock, keep Canandaigua's offense sidelined. Good momentum, good pace, eat up as much of the clock as they can, while slowly moving it down the field.
So Moonshine is the fullback, getting his helmet back on. Strapping up will be Simmons in the slot to the near side. 2nd down 9, a bad snap. Bird getting it. Bird in trouble. He pushes it forward. Is that going to be an incomplete pass? It is. So I guess some great improvisation there by Tavion Bird to prevent a loss on the play. Jeff Welch incredulous on that play. Is this 4-down territory, Mike Danger?
You're again in that kind of no man's land where you can try to punt it and maybe you're pinning them back inside the 10. But at the distance you're at right now, you gain 4 here. I think if it's 4th down and short, you're going for it.
Well, sensing that this is an important play, Isaiah Young calling the timeout for his team. And what has been a wildly entertaining, physical. You don't have to have points on the board necessarily to enjoy a game like this. This has just been just some physical play here tonight between what could be the champions of Class AA and the 4-time champions of Class A, Canandaigua.
Yeah, I mean, the history of Canandaigua is nearly unrivaled. I mean, 4 times in a row they've been the Class A champion. And UPrep, hey, look, I mean, all last season, the way they played, we thought, oh, they're on their way to a Class A championship as well. They've been playing with that chip on their shoulder, Gene, throughout the course of this young season, and they're carrying that with them through this season. They want to show everybody that last year wasn't a fluke and that they know how to finish a season.
Difference in Class A this year, 16 teams, only half are going to actually go to the sectionals.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, and a little easier in Class AA, 8 of the 9, but for UPrep, you get the sense that just making the sectionals is not the goal here.
That's right. They have bigger ambitions than just making it to the sectionals, and it's going to be hard to say anything but Canandaigua. The expectations are always sky high for Canandaigua.
Now we get another flag. What do we have?
More movement up front.
False start.
That hurts. You took a timeout.
Yeah, these are the kind of penalties that have to be driving head coach Isaiah Young crazy, and they've been happening with regularity here throughout the course of the evening.
Well, this might take you out here of that 4-down territory. Depends on what you get here on 3rd down. From the 38, Bird winds up. He's going long. He's got a man into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, UPrep! How about that? 39 yards! And that's Juelz Russell. Juelz Russell with the touchdown. Good enough for an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
It just shows you how explosive this offense can be when they're executing and connecting. And it's Russell getting the separation deep downfield. Perfectly placed pass deep by Bird. And UPrep extends their lead here late in the 3rd quarter.
So with the score now 19-7, why not try to get the missed extra point back here? They're going to go for 2. 2-point conversion attempt. On the read option, Bird is going to walk in. He's got it. Tavion Bird with the 2-point conversion, and that will extend the lead to 21-7.
Yeah, great job by Bird there, holding onto the ball and on the option, holding on to the very last minute when he finally extends past the goal line there for the 2-point conversion. Now a 2-score lead for UPrep.
Our biggest pass play of the night might be end up being our biggest play of the night too. 38 yards on a 3rd down and long. As we take a look at the 2-point conversion, and that's kind of tough there when you can't tell who's got the ball.
How do you defend that, right? Great execution on the 2-point conversion on the option play there, and great execution on the touchdown as well. as you have Russell just down the sideline for that touchdown pass, using that speed and getting behind the defenders. Doesn't happen without a great pass from Bird. This is the first time we've really seen him connect on that deep ball tonight.
Well, this is going to push Canandaigua also out of their comfort zone here a little bit, knowing that really they haven't pushed the ball through the air downfield all that much. Now, for the first time tonight, they're down by 2 scores here, as we are still in the third. It'll be Russell to kick this one off, who just did the honors of getting into the end zone. And Canandaigua, Galassi spinning off a tackler, and that'll be brought up to the 35-yard line. And let's see if Drew Willoughby now will be putting it up in the air just a little bit more here.
Well, we have a chance to mention Galassi, who was on that return, voted by his teammates as the funniest guy on the team. Genie plays lacrosse every spring, wants to focus on business at college, and is proud to be a part of the tradition that is Canandaigua football.
So out of the shotgun, Willoughby, 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Willoughby, oh my gosh, and then coming off, Willoughby running for his life. He's going to come right up, coming off the edge, flying off there, Tyrell Simmons, and somehow Willoughby had the wherewithal to just lower his head and get ahead for positive yardage.
Yeah, Simmons was possessed on that pass rush, coming in virtually untouched, just using his speed to get around the edge, and by the time Willoughby set up in the backfield, he knows he's got to run for his life.
Kamari Miller making the tackle, but not before a gain of 7 by Drew Willoughby. And good start to this drive here for Canandaigua, as they'll get it across the 40. Going back to the air, the play action works. It's Galassi, and Galassi will haul this one in and into plus territory. It goes the Canandaigua Academy. That's good enough for a Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
So one play after you see Simmons in the backfield, you see Simmons double team there, a little extra protection and coverage for Willoughby to be able to make the completion downfield, finding his open man and converting on first down.
Samuel Clark will stay in, and here's going to be the one-on-one going near side. Is it going to be intercepted? It's broken up. Great coverage on the far side. I believe that was Sampson once again, and he's actually a little slow to get up here. As the intended receiver there, Sean Olvady, number 4. Indeed, it was Sampson on the coverage.
At this...
Oh, either guy could have.
Yeah, it really was kind of a jump ball. Either one of those guys could have come down with it when it was over. You see the frustration there from Canandaigua.
Well, you hope this is just a cramping situation there, as Sampson knew something was
looks like he's getting stretched out like that. And at this point of the game, you're down 2 scores, and you're seeing Willoughby kind of air it out a little bit more. Why not? I mean, that was favorable. You had the matchup you wanted. That throw was deep enough, and really it was up to your guy to go get it.
We are going back to HFL next week. This is the showdown in Class B, Batavia HFL. We will have that live for you, 7 o'clock here on Friday Night Rivals.
It is one of our favorite stops every year. Great rivalry between these 2 Class B powerhouses. Can't wait to see what Batavia looks like under new leadership. HFL, always competitive. Next Friday night's going to be special, like it always is when we visit HFL, Gene.
Yeah, hope you can join us next Friday night. And certainly anytime you can watch it on replay. Here's going to be Willoughby on the play action. He's trying to get around the corner. Oh, the flag comes down, normally in the area holding, and that was our referee right there.
Yeah.
Holding.
Holding against Canandaigua.
That'll be Big Tyler LaRue there at the left tackle.
This defensive line for UPrep has had their way tonight.
Repeat second down.
So push Canandaigua back into their own territory. They will spot it at the 47. So we're down to 2:07 remaining here in the third. Willemy clapping his hands. The play action. He's going to throw to the near side, and that is not going to go anywhere. As that will be Trey Camella getting tackled by Isaiah Moonshine, number 44.
Mentioned it earlier. You can just tell that this team feeds off of Moonshine's energy, his passion. You see him getting in after it on both sides of the ball tonight for UPrep.
I love the PA announcer, too. Like, if you have a name like Moonshine, you're going to call that out Moonshine.
Yeah, don't tell Isaiah Moonshine that this is just a Section 5 game. He's treating this like it's the Super Bowl. Having a great time out there playing, just playing with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of passion, a lot of energy. You'll love to see it.
Shout out to Jalen Melton also on that play. And here's going to be a sack. And getting back there, Jazir Vega. Vega getting his name called out. It's like the second wave here. Big play, and that's going to force Canandaigua to punt.
It's a big play by the 5'9", 165-pound senior for UPrep, logging the sack, getting through that offensive line. Willemy has nowhere to go. And there's Moonshine again in the backfield as part of that play as well. This defense has ratcheted up their intensity here in the second half, and Canandaigua does not have an answer for it.
Russell to return. This is a good punt. Russell is going to return it from the 32 and bouncing off of one tackle. We've got a flag on the far side, and we got a whistle. So play, see what this is. The flag right in front of the Canandaigua bench.
For a whistle, coach.
Oh.
Well, that's not going to make the coaching staffs of either team very happy to hear our referee tonight calling an inadvertent whistle.
It'll happen. It will. Inadvertent whistle, but there was a flag. So, okay, now that makes sense because the flag was down, but the return was still going on. And, well, they've got to adjust what the penalty is here, too. So, well, that inadvertent whistle is going to hurt either way here.
Just a little footnote to that play. Sampson kind of running and limping off the field. Looks like he's still cramping up a little bit, getting worked on the sideline. We'll see if we see him back in the UPrep secondary here, their next defensive series.
I had an inadvertent whistle, but I got two flags. I got a hold on White. I got a hold on White.
All right, so if you are Isaiah Young, do you want him to re-kick? Say, why not? Make him, if it's a hole, back him up there another 10 and let Russell, because that return wasn't going to go anywhere far anyway.
Well,
so
force them to punt it to one of your playmakers and see what can happen. Sure.
So we've got 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We will have our player of the game presented by William Matar coming up at the end. Her Nakar, call William Matar. Still a lot of football to be played, but C.J. Robinson's been kind of the engine here tonight for this UPrep team.
Yeah, somebody that you'll be able to lean on here on the fourth quarter when you want to eat up more clock and kind of seal this game for UPrep. I expect we'll be calling Robinson's name quite a bit here in the fourth quarter.
It's a long explanation.
First penalty here is declined. Second penalty, we got a first down.
So they tack it on to the end? I'm lost here.
We've got inadvertent whistles. Yeah. We have two holds on the same play. We got extra long conversations on the sidelines with the coaches.
Well, here's what I do know. This can be the knockout punch for UPrep. If they go up by 3 scores here tonight, the way that they have been getting after it defensively.
Yeah, it was something that we heard Canandaigua head coach Jeff Welsh say coming into this half, that he was really proud of the adversity and the fight that his team had in the first half, that they were able to battle through some different challenges.
Going to accept the penalty for holding. Going to repeat 4th down.
Thank you.
Re-kick the ball.
There's our explanation.
Yeah.
But here in the second half, boy, they've been faced with some adversity. They just haven't been able to bounce back. They haven't had the same level of intensity. Haven't been able to match the intensity that UPrep had coming out here on the second half.
So Javon Johnson will be to return, and once again, it's Drew Willamey, who also is the punter here. So after we sort all this out, the ball will be spotted at the 23. Well, thanks. The linesman on the near side is coming in just to make sure.
Either way you look at this, Gino, you're going to be on a short field for the UPrep offense when they do gain possession here.
And there's going to be the end over end kick. Going to be fielded on one hop. How do you like this? It's all going to work out for Canandaigua in the end.
Yeah. Nice punt.
After all that, with just 7 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, we will have UPrep starting in their own territory. About the 32. And again, just want to point out, too, that these two teams will not face each other come sectional. It's one of those crossover games. We did a crossover game on Friday Night Rivals last week, the Thursday night edition. RH and Victor. Victor coming out on top.
Yeah, in that game, it was the Class A team coming out on top tonight. It's looking like the Class AA team might actually be the class of this crossover matchup.
Figure there's the last play of the third quarter as Robinson is strung out, and he will be tackled for a small loss on the play. And we now head to the fourth. UPrep scoring 2 touchdowns in that third quarter to take a 21-7 lead tonight on William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Bob Johnson Automotive Group on CW Rochester.
There's thousands of reasons to buy your next vehicle from Vision Nissan. Over 3,000, in fact, because that's how much added value our exclusive Vision Care package gives you. No add-ons, just over $3,000 in added value. Right now is the perfect time to pre-order your new Nissan. We have 3 convenient locations to help you build the exact car your heart desires.
Follow your heart to Vision Nissan in Webster, Greece, and Canandaigua.
It's the final weekend to save hundreds at Raymore & Flanigan's Labor Day mattress sale. Get huge savings on top brands. Up to $300 off Purple, up to $400 off Beautyrest Black, up to $500 off Sealy, up to $600 off Stearns & Foster, and up to $700 off Tempur-Pedic. Finance your new mattress for as little as $15 a month with no deposit and no interest for 72 months. Mattresses are in stock and ready for free next day delivery and removal. Don't wait. The Labor Day mattress sale ends soon at Raymore & Flanigan.
And Doug.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
So you only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. And you get out there and you make us proud, huh?
Bye, Uncle Emu.
Stay off the freeways. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This Saturday, ACC football kicks off on the CW with a battle between the Big 12 and the ACC. When the Bearcats of Cincinnati head to Pitt to take on a hungry Panthers D, looking to lay claim as one of the top teams in the conference.
Inside the 10, he'll score!
Let's go. Cincinnati Pitt.
We are back here from downtown Rochester. UPrep leading Canandaigua 21-7 to begin the fourth. We go back to our friend Kevin Roach.
All right, guys, thanks so much. Here with 12th grade administrator from UPrep, Michael Perkins. Michael, what makes UPrep unique?
What makes UPrep unique is we have a 90% graduation rate last year, about 95% attendance this year. Currently, we're grades 6 through 12. We offer a CTE track, so we have culinary, IT, manufacturing, and building maintenance.
About 400 students right now, but as we've seen in the news, you've outgrown your space with the 6th and 7th graders down the street at the old Nazareth Academy, so everybody's not together. I know their school is looking at plans to relocate to Arundecoit. How badly is a relocation needed?
We need it real bad. You know, like you said, we're growing out of our space. You know, we would like more facilities for our young men. We just feel that our young men are doing what they need to do, and we want to be able to provide for them to get them the best education possible.
Obviously, it's great to have the team play here at this facility, but as far as basketball and other sports go, I know your varsity basketball team plays at Roberts Wesleyan, which is obviously not ideal. You'd love to have them on campus. How vital is a relocation to your athletics program as well?
You know, it'd be great. You know, our boys, they say all the time, they want a place to call their own. You know, they want their own home facilities. So being able to relocate would be tremendous to our athletic program.
What does the exposure of being on Friday Night Rivals here and having all eyes on you around the area, what does that mean to this school?
It means a lot. You know, our young men, you know, they work hard. They worked hard for this, you know, all summer. You know, a lot of them have aspirations of playing college football, so this will get a lot more eyes on them and, you know, hopefully get them seen.
Well, Michael, I appreciate your time and enjoy the rest of this game here. UPrep in control 21-7. Guys?
Thank you, Kevin, as certainly UPrep growing there on Lake Avenue, and we're going to be following along the progress of this program, I'm sure, as that's going to be good for another first down. Brought to you by the Tracy Door Company. Tracy Door, for 3 generations, the Tracy Door Company. As the handoff, and this time no gain on the play, and that's going to be Drew Willamy's younger brother Chase Willamy with the tackle.
Another flag on the play.
Robinson with another carry, but there's a flag on the play.
You know how coaches always say, Mike Danger, like the win is good, but we got to clean a lot of things up.
Yeah.
Whoever comes out on top tonight, I think that's going to be
personal foul. Okay.
Both coaches, when we spoke to them this week in preparation for tonight, mentioned that even though they won in week 1, they felt like they left some meat on the bone and that there's still room for improvement. In the case of UPrep, a pretty dominating win over Aquinas, but there is still a need to clean up some of the costly penalties, the self-imposed mistakes.
First down.
So it will be a first down. Another first down presented by the Tracy Door Company. For 3 generations, the Tracy Door Company. They're going to go to the air here, and they're going to pick up some yards on the far side as Russell keeping his balance, and he will bring it inside the red zone. That's the Ide family of dealerships red zone. Ide, we'd love to earn your business.
Boy, we mentioned how the intensity has been picked up in the second half by UPrep on defense. On offense, I think that intensity has also been picked up, and you're seeing Bird make some passes that we didn't see earlier in this game. These guys are getting separation, and he's able to find them.
Jack Tanuri with the touchdown-saving tackle. It's 1st and goal from the 4. The handoff going inside. Trying to work his way ahead will be Miller, and he will be short.
Miller takes the carry for a short gain. 2nd down.
There's number 24, Kamari Miller, who is a sophomore.
Yeah, Miller comes off. Robinson comes back on. You play offensive coordinator here, step inside the head of head coach Isaiah Young, who's calling the plays. He handed off to Robinson on this one, Gene.
I think that would be the case.
2nd and goal.
As it's going to be design keeper. Bird trying to pick his way toward the end zone. No, they're going to mark him just shy.
Bird with the keeper.
So right outside the goal line to bring up 3rd down.
Takes it down to the 1-yard line.
You also have Jules Russell,
3rd and goal.
gimpy, kind of gimpily coming off to the sideline here as well for this next play. Cramping has been an issue for UPrep tonight. I've seen a couple of their players need to get a little treatment on the sideline.
3rd down, 3rd and goal. Bird out of the shotgun. Moonshine running onto the field very late there, so they were shorthanded. And did they call timeout? What happened here?
I got timeout.
Yeah.
That's a break for UPrep because that play was not going to go anywhere.
Second charge, timeout of the 2nd half.
Yeah, that play would have been doomed from the beginning with a clumsy snap. Players running onto the field last minute.
The winning ticket number is 474.
I'll let you know that closed captioning for tonight's game is brought to you by the Vinyl Outlet. The Vinyl Outlet, the best in fences, decks, railings, and porches. Thanks to the Vinyl Outlet and to all of our sponsors here for helping make these broadcasts possible.
Have we mentioned yet tonight what a privilege it is to be able to do this on Friday nights under the lights?
Yeah.
Downtown Rochester, UPrep, upstart program that just impresses year in and year out now since they've been a AA squad. Canandaigua, the rich history and the tradition. See these two teams go at it head-to-head and what we knew was going to be an intense battle. I think it's lived up to the hype, Gino. It's been a lot of fun tonight.
No doubt about it. Week 2 here in the Section 5 season, and Week 1, that felt like summer. That was like the last breath of summer maybe we had. This feels a little more fall. It's like the first time we have a little bit of a bite here in the air. But it's
hitting weather.
Yeah, it's still beautiful weather.
Yeah. Well, this next play could do a lot to seal the fate of this game for UPrep. Hard to imagine Canandaigua can come back to it from a 3-score deficit, seeing what their offense hasn't been able to do here in the second half.
Bird, the design keeper. Toward the end zone, no signal yet. No. They're going to mark him short.
Stopped at the line.
Credit to Canandaigua's defense.
4th and goal from the 1-yard line.
Don't tell them that they're not out of this game.
To bring up 4th down. And yeah, you're not going to be kicking it here. You're going to try to punch it in. As C.J. Robinson, will he get the call here? He's got the 1 touchdown tonight from 9 yards out. Robinson will get the call. Robinson breaking a tackle, and I think they're going to get favor with the
holding here.
Another score for your UPrep Griffins.
Well, they announced the score, but that's
coming back with the hold.
It's coming back.
Hold here.
To the disbelief of UPrep.
Flag on the play.
You see Moonshine coming to the sideline once again here, favoring his right arm. Hope he's okay. He's had himself a really nice night.
Holding here.
It's
repeat 4th down on the snap.
Tough one. It's going to be the 3rd penalty tonight on 54.
Yeah, Favor is going to have to work during the week on keeping those hands inside.
So after the penalty, 4th down once again, Bird. Bird is going to be brought down. From behind, Tyler DeRue with the tackle, and Canandaigua has just a little bit of life. And Well, they kept that touchdown up on the board. Now they got to take it off. Almost like they thought they were going to get it. 21-7, our score remains.
Still plenty of time for Canandaigua. They're going to have to connect with some deep shots. They're going to have to make some big plays offensively to get back into this game quickly. Big test for Willamie.
Stuart Smith coming out on the defensive line here as Willamie, from the shadow of his own end zone, is going to run ahead. I don't think that was the plan, but he will be tackled by Moonshine.
Willamie,
and we get a whistle.
And he's met by Moonshine.
Yeah, I think the UPrep faithful can feed off of the PA announcer's pronunciation of Moonshine. They're not booing, they're saying Moonshine.
Well, this is Willamie. He's coming off the field. Okay, so Willamie is not out there right now. And so it's going to be Clark at quarterback. So the tight end shifting over to quarterback, and now will it be Canandaigua?
I also see Liberatore back there in the backfield as well. Vincent Liberatore.
Yeah, so by using the timeout, it might have been one of those cases, Danger, where the helmet came off. You got to come off for the one play. And by using the timeout, you have the opportunity now to bring back in your quarterback.
Okay.
We'll take a quick break. We are in the fourth. It's William & Tara's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Bob Johnson Automotive Group here on CW Rochester.
We're in the final moments of the Burger Bowl, and Bill Grays is on the move again.
Gimme Bill Grays!
Bill Grays has possession on the 20-yard line. It looks like they want to get the ball to the cheeseburger. At over a quarter pound, he's the perfect choice.
B19, G38, hut, hike.
The ball is snapped, and it's a handoff to the cheeseburger. There's just no stopping him. He's in the end zone. Another touchdown. Bill Grays really has the world's greatest cheeseburger.
This is our scoring summary brought to you by AAA. Triple Medicare? AAA has you covered, as it's been UPrep with that big third quarter. Touchdown by Russell through the air. Touchdown on the ground by Robinson. 21-7 our score here. Canandaigua with the ball deep in their own territory. Looking at about a 2nd and 6.
Good teams find ways to capitalize on the weaknesses of other teams, and that might have been a missed opportunity for UPrep to really ice that game with that goal line stand, that holding penalty, that costly holding penalty by Favor on that last drive.
Forgive me, Mike, it's going to be Jack Clark still in at quarterback, and Clark on the design keeper will run it ahead. So some good misdirection. Nice, well-played call. And that'll give Canandaigua a first down.
And Willamie coming back into the game.
So they did have to stay out for the one play. And that is good for another Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company.
Some tough running on that last play by the Canandaigua sophomore.
Willamie under pressure. Willamie is just going to have to eat it. Did the ball come out?
Did.
Is it going to be recovered by UPrep?
Was it recovered inbounds? Tough for us to see from our vantage point.
They're going to say it remains.
Yeah.
And there you see on the near sideline also Moonshine. A little slow to get up.
Willamie scrambles and is forced out by Moonshine.
Been calling his name a lot. He's been all over the field defensively for the Griffins.
Yeah, he's cramping up there.
Taking a little bit of a spell.
3 brings up 2nd and 13.
That's a good lesson for anybody, too. Just force fluids. Willamie rolling to his right this time, throwing on the run, and that's going to be dropped. Wasn't going to go for much on the far side. And now this is a problem. That play went for a loss the previous down, so this will be 3rd down and 13 coming up as we're past the midway point here of the 4th.
Canandaigua 3rd and long.
UPrep can smell blood in the water defensively here.
Clark, the tight end, he's actually going to line up on the near side. Here's the snap. Willoughby under pressure again. Willoughby has no choice but to take off. He's got some room on the near side. Scoots out of bounds.
Another flag in the backfield here, Gino.
That's coming back. Our statistician tonight, John Hanna. John, how many penalties have we had here tonight for both teams?
Third down.
7 for Canandaigua, 12 penalties tonight for UPrep.
John, you're earning your pay tonight, my friend. So Willoughby going over to the sideline. So back him up. Third down and 22. This is from their own 11. Yeah, the overhead shot here. As Willoughby airing it out. Twisting and turning and not able to come up with it was Olveni. And down by 2 scores. This will pretty much do it here as Jeff Welch will send out his punting unit.
Surprised we didn't see more of those shots that we just saw in that last play earlier in this drive. Just to try and stretch the field a little bit here with time ticking off the clock and you being down 2 scores. I wonder if that injury or that one play that Willoughby was out kind of derailed their hopes there, their chances of getting any sort of rhythm with that series.
It's been that defensive line, too.
Yeah?
We had that one play that as Willoughby will get off the punt, and this will be returned on the near side.
Johnson with the return.
And Johnson giving the ball now just outside the 25-yard line. And UPrep looking for the exclamation point here on what has been a fine physical game so far. As we're down to 4:59 remaining. Griffins leading 21-7. Robinson in the backfield. Now the fullback in Singleton. Robinson getting the call. And keeping those legs moving. He had that touchdown come off the board on that last drive. And Griffins turning over on downs eventually.
Gains another 5 yards. 2nd and 5.
Singleton doing a nice job with the lead block there on that last C.J. Robinson rush. Not afraid to mix it up with some of the big boys up front for Canandaigua's defensive line.
Canandaigua with 2 timeouts remaining. They're not using them. As now Robinson makes one man miss. Robinson finally will be brought down. Bringing up 3rd down and long, but this is going to take off another 30 seconds by the time the ball is snapped. Always fun when Kevin Roche gets to hand over the trophy, though, to the winning team here
Oh,
tonight.
you have to see that, yeah. I mean, the post-game celebration is the best when it comes to Friday night rivals.
And we get movement here, and I think this is Canandaigua jumping.
Dead ball. Encroachment.
Penalty number 8.
You know, I have a feeling that's another weapon in the arsenal of Tavion Bird.
The hard count, yeah.
The hard count that he can draw people offside.
We talked to Tavion Bird on Zoom this week. He's got some pipes. He really does.
Gene, I wish I could have some bass in my voice the way he does. He does have those pipes, and I imagine that hard count is probably hard for defenses to decipher.
Pushing ahead and get another whistle as there's a pile they got to untangle. And that's going to be good enough for the first down. So that was what the whistle was for, just to move the chains. A Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company And we're also back inside the Ide family at Dealerships Red Zone. Ide, we'd love to earn your business. So the ball at the 15. And it'll be Kamari Miller now as your tailback. Miller getting the call, makes one man miss. And he will get some positive yardage in the end.
Miller with another carry. With a gain of 1 yard, second down.
So UPrep can get a touchdown without, or a first down, I should say, without getting the touchdown. As the ball right now is on the 12. Throw to the near side. It's going to be off a deflection, and it's going to be caught.
The pass is deflected, but still taken in by Johnson.
Johnson coming up with it to bring up third down. And this will bring us under 2 minutes to go here tonight.
It's one of those games where even when things don't go your way, they still go your way.
Yeah.
That's been the way for UPrep tonight. Lots of costly penalties. Far from a clean game, yet they still hold the 21-7 lead late here.
Snap the handoff. Robinson trying to get to the corner. Will he stay in bounds? Robinson, he's going to get to the end zone. Touchdown. His second tonight. C.J. Robinson with the touchdown. Good enough for another American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
I think our player of the game decision maybe just got a little bit easier with this play to ice it for UPrep. Big block on the outside there.
Yeah, Isaiah Moonshine right on cue.
Just a physical presence on both sides of the ball for UPrep. Really seeing the senior step up in a big way tonight on Friday Night Rivals. 5'9", 215, just a bruiser out there tonight.
They're going to go for two here, with Moonshine kind of hobbled out there, as that's not going to go for anywhere. So the 2-point conversion is not going to be good. Jack Tenori with the tackle, but that'll extend the score to 27-7. 27-7 is our score with 1:40 remaining here on William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group on CW Rochester.
By the time this Bills fan is finished drinking his Pepsi, you'll be 15 seconds closer to game time. Bills watching. Better with Pepsi.
I have a question. When a home improvement contractor advertises a discount, how do you know if it's real when you don't even know what the actual price is yet? At American Custom, we've always offered our best price the first time. No fake discounts, no gimmicks. Contact American today.
C.J. Robinson, our William Mattar player of the game. 2 touchdowns tonight. Really, this was a team effort, but when you can move the ball as UPrep did on the ground tonight.
Over 100 yards rushing tonight for C.J. Robinson, the junior transfer from Aquinas last year, making his presence felt. 5'10", 175 pounds. Big game with the 2 touchdowns. A touchdown just now to ice it with under 2 minutes to go in the game. And over 100 yards rushing overall for C.J. Robinson. Dynamic, great speed on the outside, powerful on the inside. Our player of the game.
Just great playmaking ability, and certainly that offensive line, and certainly Isaiah Moonshine as a fullback paving the way. As UPrep to kick this one away.
If you're Canandaigua, by the way, I don't know that you're really hanging your head after this loss. Of course you wanted to come in here and you wanted to get the W. recognizing that you're playing one of the best teams, if not the best team, in Section 5 in UPrep. I mean, they've got a lot of talent, a lot of athletes on both sides of the ball. And Canandaigua held their own through a lot of adversities. That first half went either way. I mean, they capitalized on their opportunities. Second half, it was a different story, just a different ball game.
Well, the one thing I know about Canandaigua, they are well coached.
Yes.
And Spencer Port, they're a quality program that Canandaigua defeated last week. Canandaigua will be right there in the end. You can almost guarantee it.
For sure.
As on the far side.
But a great measuring stick game for both of these squads, really.
Well, I would just ask the question, honestly, like, is there a better team right now? And again, we've got a whole season to go. Week 2 right now in Section 5 than UPrep.
I'm struggling to come up with what that looks like. And last year was very similar. Last year, when we were here for the Aquinas game against UPrep, it was hard to imagine any other team in Section 5 being able to beat UPrep. Now, of course, that happened in the sectionals, the hands of Pittsford.
Yep, and you're going to have McQuaid, and certainly going to want to have Aquinas want another shot.
For sure.
Here's a long pass, and it's going to be caught. What a play there by Jaden Pierce on the near side. Big arcing throw down to the 29-yard line. Play good for a Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations, the Tracy Door Company.
And not only are they not going to hang their heads, they've got a lot of pride. They're not giving up. They're going to play until the very final whistle. Big play by Willoughby.
So Willoughby out of the shotgun, and they're going to go back to the air again. And this one is going to be overthrown and nearly intercepted on the far side. Javian Sampson with the coverage there.
Right place, right time. Wasn't able to pull it down. But again, Willoughby flashing that arm, showing the strength. This is our second year in a row getting to see Willoughby behind center for Canandaigua. And yeah, he did put on. The coaches talked about the work that he did in the offseason, getting in the weight room, bulking up. You see it on display on this drive for sure.
One receiver to the right, one to the left. Willoughby's going to try this again. It's going to be Sampson in coverage once again, and Sampson breaking this up once again. And he's going down thinking, I wanted the pick there.
Yeah. Yeah, Sampson almost is waiting, baiting Willoughby to throw it in his direction.
This will bring up 3rd down and 10, and it stops the clock with 1 minute even remaining here tonight. The snap, Willoughby under pressure. Trying to buy some time, throwing across his body. He had Old Vaney just for a split second, but the ball a little too high and wide, and it's the last chance here for the Canandaigua Academy.
Good coverage downfield by UPrep, the secondary. Not a lot of options there for Willoughby downfield. You mentioned he had his receiver maybe for a second there. Sailed it a little bit high.
Fourth down and 10. Down in distance. Willoughby going in the end zone once again. Sampson going up, and Sampson breaking it up. And that will do it here tonight. I know Sampson wanted the pick, but it's okay. And UPrep will move to 2-0 on the season.
And I think they actually did give it a pick.
Oh, did they?
Not to Sampson. Sampson tipped it. But it is the turnover. Number 9.
LeBron Melford. And they give him a chain on that.
That's the turnover chain. Love seeing that on the sideline. Lots to celebrate tonight for UPrep. Can't wait for postgame with Kevin Roche and that Friday Night Rivals trophy.
And we're just a couple kneel downs away as the victory formation coming out. And
there's the kneel down.
Tavion Bird will do the honors one more time as both teams getting ready to line up. Waiting to spot the ball here. And there it is. Canandaigua falling to 1-1 on the season as the seconds will tick away and both teams will shake hands at midfield. And our final score tonight, here from the Rochester Community Sports Complex, UPrep moving now to 2-0 on the season thanks to a 27-7 win over the Canandaigua Academy. We'll have our player of the game ceremony coming up. Kevin Roche handing out the William Attar Trophy, as well as you're with us here tonight on William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group on CW Rochester.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up. Say goodbye to that truck. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
Imagine a sauce competition. Probably only tomatoes grown 874 hours under the Italian sun would win. Whoa, we just won the slow simmered sauce competition we just invented. Rayo's homemade. Make every day delicious.
After his car crash, Jamal wanted a lawyer to stand up to the insurance company.
He knew he had one chance to win. Sarah was worried about all the medical bills.
She knew she had one chance to win.
And Jessica wanted to make sure that she and her family were a priority.
They knew they had one chance to win.
So they called William Attar for the win.
At William Attar, 100% of our team works on car crash cases. We have the knowledge and experience to win. Hurt in a car? Call William Attar, 444-4444.
For the win.
Go to 13wham.com/chime in and upload your community photos and videos for the chance to see them in an upcoming newscast. Locally sponsored by the Vinyl Outlet.
Enhance your property the virtually maintenance-free way with a fence from the Vinyl Outlet. This Saturday, ACC football kicks off on the CW with a battle between the Big 12 and the ACC when the Bearcats of Cincinnati head to Pitt to take on a hungry Panthers D, looking to lay claim as one of the top teams in the conference.
Inside the 10, he'll score!
Let's go. Cincinnati Pitt.
Tonight from the downtown stadium, now known as the Rochester Community Sports Complex, what was a halftime score of 7-7. The UPrep Griffins, Mike Danger, really showing their mettle as for our player of the game ceremony, as well as a conversation with head coach Isaiah Young. We send it downstairs to Kevin Roche.
All right, Gene, thanks so much. Here with Coach Young, then the victorious UPrep Griffins. Coach, your team responded despite all the penalties. I believe double-digit you ended up with in penalties, and I know you're not happy about that. But your team responded in the second half. What did you learn about your group here in week 2?
You know what? They're a tough group. Yeah. You know, they backs against the wall. In some cases with the penalties and things like that, they fought back and, you know, pulled out a win against a very good team.
The game changer came there in the third quarter. Tavion Bird with the long touchdown on 3rd and long to Juelz Russell. Is that sort of explosiveness from this offense what makes you guys dangerous moving forward?
I think so. You know, the biggest thing is just staying on track and, you know, the penalties and not having drive killers and, you know, things like that happen. You know?
And C.J. Robinson coming over from Aquinas and joining this group this year. Big performance here tonight. 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards on the ground. What has he meant to your program so far?
You know, first and foremost, C.J.'s a great kid. So, you know, it's a welcome addition before football gets involved. So add football into it. He's a hell of a player. You know, the offensive line did one hell of a job tonight, though. So.
Absolutely. We'll bring in CJ now, our William Attar player of the game here tonight. Coming over from Aquinas, joining this group. They wanted to beat this Canandaigua team. They told us during the Zoom call this week after losing in the state qualifier a couple years ago. What does it mean to provide that and help this team get that done here tonight?
You know, it feels real good because, you know, they've been talking about it all week. You know, we've been prepping. Coaches got on our backs. You know, we came out here and did it. And I'm just glad to say that I was able to help them with it.
Well, best of luck next week here against Edison. We want to present you all with the William Mattar Friday Night Rivals Championship Trophy. 27-7 UPrep tonight over Canandaigua, guys.
Love seeing that.
Great scene.
Thank you, Kevin. And head coach Isaiah Young, he's got the proper focus here and the proper demeanor. And talking to Coach Young, like he admires Mike Tomlin and talking about the standard. And Mike Danger, he is setting a standard for UPrep.
Absolutely. That's the guy you want in that leadership role for this kid, for these kids, for this program. Can't say enough great things about Coach Young and the job he's done with UPrep. And a big win tonight against Canandaigua. I think both coaches view tonight as a measuring stick game. And after doing what they did to Canandaigua here in the second half, pretty easy to spot UPrep as one of the class teams in AA.
Well, all of us would like to take a moment to thank the wonderful sponsor partners, the law offices of William Mattar, Bob Johnson Automotive Group, Triple O Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing, and Rochester Regional Health, who, through their contributions to the program, make these games possible for you viewers at home. We'd also like to thank the other great sponsors, Lakeside Roofing, Tracy Door Company, The Vinyl Outlet, Bill Gray's, the Odd Family of Dealerships, American Custom Exteriors and Interiors, and AAA. And thanks to all the help tonight from everybody at Canandaigua and UPrep. For the entire team here at CW Rochester, for my partner Mike Danger, also our director Eric Carpy. We'll let you know here that our next game will be coming up on Friday night, the 15th, Batavia HFL. We hope you can join us there. For Mike Danger and Kevin Roach, my name is Gene Battaglia. Thanks for watching, and congratulations to UPrep. Victorious here on William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals. Have a good night, everyone.